Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and it's time for the grand finals here in the Cobx Masters 2018. We're in Chennai. Last time, or yesterday, we've had both of these teams duke it out in the semifinals. Dagger Nation, they had quite the thriller up against Team Underdogs. 3 games, one lasting longer than the other. I believe 36 minutes, 47 minutes, and then the last game took over an hour to complete. But in the end, all of these games ended up revolving around 1 or 2 cores that just got out of control. And, well, whereas for Waste Potential, they had a pretty decent game number 1, and game number 2, they just more or less ruffled stomped. Whereas in game number 1, there was some team fights involved here around the Invoker, just getting pretty strong. So overall, a couple of very interesting games, and I'm really curious to see how these playstyles match up with each other here, and how much these teams can do against each other. Of course, the winner takes home the better part of that 50,000 rupee prize pool. My name is DragonJob. Happy to bring you the series, and also happy to be joined by Potom.
For once, I'm here. Hello. It's me.
Wow.
You seem very surprised. But yeah.
Well, I was surprised, but also thankful that you actually made it.
Oh, that's rude. But yeah, I agree with the playstyle. They both teams have like the super clashing kind of playstyle. I wonder how it's gonna match up as well. We have a Skybound for now. We have a pretty slow draft with Dagger Nation burning a lot of their reserve time on their first ban.
Yeah.
It's like then it's for a Sand King. I'm a little bit disappointed, but I don't want to show it.
Well, gotta also think about what Wasted Potential wants to do. I mean, they could think again about having the last pick Invoker or TA. Like they're not above picking these kind of dominating heroes that have a very strong timing at some point in the game, if you allow them to. So Sand King is certainly one of these heroes that can help set up for that, just based on his teamfight prowess.
But, second pick Lifestealer, anyone?
Yeah, it was still a bit weird. Degradation. That game 2 draft was a bit interesting, but
they did get punished for it.
Wouldn't be too surprised to see Wasted Potential ban out the line here if they're worried about it, because Senjin, he was doing pretty well on that hero yesterday.
Yeah, he was the star Senjin. Like on both games it is. One was, well, yeah, we didn't talk about that game they lost. That was a little bit of a, let's just say they should know, draft.
5 seconds remaining.
We don't talk about that game here. But yeah, Senjin played phenomenally well on the line 2 times, but I don't think it's that much of a priority. I think Senjin can pull off pretty much any support he wants to. I'm gonna go for the Shadow Shaman ban instead. Underlord banned out on Dagger Nation alongside the Night Stalker, and Wasted Potential did ban out the Morphling. I smell Jack or Gyro, but for now it's the Warlock, of course.
If you see any of these carries, will probably be in that second or third phase. As first phase is normally reserved for these kind of high-profile heroes. Warlock, one of the easy ones to call here. Axe still in the pool, Beastmaster, Windrunner, so I wouldn't be too surprised to see all of them picked up in one way, shape, or form here.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see like a Doom opener +1. Oh, yeah. With Skywrath banned out, with the Sand King banned out, there's not many choices left in the pool that wouldn't be like too unorthodox, but what else? If you want to do something fancy, you can go for the Disruptor without the Night Stalker, that is. A little bit interesting. But I would say Doom is the prime pick. It's just one of these counters to the Warlock.
Yeah.
Even though it didn't work, it did not work the last time we saw it.
Yeah, well, you gotta have some laser focus, and you have to not walk up into 4 people and doom somebody and expect to get away with that.
Must doom spinning juggernaut at all costs with Aegis. God, the full panic doom. I liked it.
Axe. That's the axe. So already setting themselves up for some good team fight. And again, I kind of like this Disrupt against the Warlock as one of these solutions to that counter initiation. You just have to try and find a way to scout them out, and then catch him inside that Snipe Storm.
Ranger at your service.
Radiant team
Ah.
ban.
Warlock Windrunner. 2 lanes already won, you could say.
Team ban.
Yeah, alright, we're going over to game number 2 here. God, Warlock win? Really? Do you have no sense of dignity?
I don't think they favorite hero, so I told them before that was the case, so they just picked it solely for you.
I want to see Mirana from Dagger Nation. Come on, just do it. Mirana is so good against mid-ranger, actually, because she's one of the heroes that can match up to her. Like Luna, for example, is another hero that can just raw damage or has the magic burst, but Mirana really excels at that. You're the most single target hero or carry-focused hero there is, and if you get some extra damage in an AE around you with the Maelstrom, that's extra bonus. But for now, it's the clockwork.
Well, it also works.
It's not bad against Warlock. We've seen that work. If you hook in on the Warlock, you get the battery sold out. There's no way the Warlock drops his ultimate as long as there's not a second unit attacking that battery assault. So that is a really nice hero to lock people down and not let Axe be the first jump.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
Also helps against the
remaining.
Windrunner, just if you can time it properly here around the Windruns, you can kind of prevent her from running away with that, quite literally. If you catch her inside the cogs. Yes, Troll Warlord though. Alright.
Oh,
More
it's
axes.
getting worse. It's getting worse.
That's
You
a
did
pretty good
really
match
talk to
fighter.
them. Admit it, you talked to them. You told them to do this. You incited them. No. You're a traitor. Call the cops.
10 seconds.
Call the
remaining.
Cobx.
Oh no! Get out of here!
5 seconds.
Be happy there isn't a minimap I can draw a door on. The only thing that would make this worse figure like DK and Death Prophet now. That just would make it the most boring lineup ever.
Dire team pick.
Oh man.
Okay, Shadow Fiend. Yeah, that was reasonable with the clock. It is a bit greedy against Troll and Windranger. It's a lot of burst damage. Basically, yeah, one pie shot can almost kill you. But it can work. It really depends on the mid lane.
It goes both ways. I mean, if you
Yeah.
do see the Windrunner, if she's not really, really fast on the feet, you can like double or triple razor.
10
And
seconds
that'll
remaining.
also be enough to bring it down. You don't even need many right clicks.
5 seconds
And
remaining.
Simple Troll Warlord, like you can't necessarily man fight him just because of the whirling axes being very awkward. And of course, Shadow Fiend, you want to be keeping your enemies at a variable distance so you can use multiple razors. But if Troll Warlord gets on top of you, you can only use the one raise. It's not nearly going to be enough, especially if you also can't right click him. So it's going to be down to how fast Troll Warlord gets with his item build and with how well his team can set up in terms of control. Like Warlock has the Golem as a drop down with a bit of a stun, but beyond that, it's only really the Windrunner Shackles, which is not the most reliable stun in the world for most players, anyway.
Yeah, it is really split, and it's not a conflict by any means. I think Shadow Fiend has a really solid matchup already. Like the Clockwork obviously gives you a huge bonus from the get go.
Yeah.
Then you also have a Disruptor, or even the Clockwork maybe staying around. Like I can see this work. You can like Disrupt and Axe on your offlane, fairly aggressive. Then you have the Clockwork just rotating or old school rotating in an aggressive char lane with the Shadow Fiend sitting in the mid lane for the first few minutes of the game. Then make the rotation and threaten the Troll Warlord. And then you pick like one of these carries that can't stand up against the Windranger. But that just gets shattered because there's a Kunkka.
That's the thing. Like they're gonna pick Kunkka regardless of seeing the Shadow Fiend already or not, but it's certainly one of these heroes that can do quite well. Even though he is a melee, just because of that constant harassment coming out with Tidebringer, which is very, very hard to dodge. And the moment he hits level 6, Shadow Fiend just dies.
Yeah,
He's
it's
not careful.
You can't really settle on it. It's also good because they have the Kunkka lockdown for the Clockwork. So if the Clockwork hooks in, like on the Windranger, let's say, just use the Cogs, you just torn it in, you pretty much save the Windranger from any future harm. I like the pick. It gives them some utility. It's also pretty neat against the Axe to just reduce the damage from the spin because they're gonna take a lot of damage from like Blade Mail and whatnot. Especially Warlock can't control his damage sources. Same with the Windranger. Gotta watch out for that. Troll has the Budding Axe. That's some extra damage shipping in as well. So the bird buff will help tremendously, just reducing the damage from the Shadow Fiend Clockwork. Like all these reliable AoEs that Dagger Nation has.
So many good things speaking for the Conquer pick here in this game already.
Dire team
Even just the X on a Disruptor Glimpse, like if you manage to time that properly, it's just diffusing the entire situation. Like,
So, Beastmaster, anyone? It would be a pretty good pick. It's still up there for some reason.
Beastmaster and Doom both, actually. If you want to go back for that, but Dagger Nation not exactly the best Doom targets in the world.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, but who do you do on that lineup?
Radiant
And
team.
don't get me wrong, Doom is still
Oh, it's Slaughter! Finally, we
Yeah.
have a Slaughter. Woo!
Doom is still great in even circumstances like this, but it's not the big. Oh, hey, there's a Queen of Pain that's hard countered or something like that.
I was waiting
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
Slaughter
yeah.
picks for so long. Finally, we see one.
Core Slaughter as well.
I believe this is offlane Slaughter with wind ranger position 4 here. I really hope so.
I would actually like that because
5
giving
seconds
Slaughter
remaining.
that. I mean, he needs to blink much more than the Windrunner would. But once he does, you can blink crush, plenty of time for Troll Warlord to come in and start bashing and stack up that physical damage, which is very powerful indeed.
They have a lot of bashes. They had to. They should have replaced the Kuku with the Void, and just go like 3-man bash. Just go up to them like,
Wouldn't want to
you
sprint
going
right now,
anymore? Oh god, is that a thing now? Can we do it in our pubs? We just go like 4 bashing heroes. Is this their 5th? Who else has a bash?
I was thinking the same thing. Don't think there's anyone with natural bash beyond that.
You may now
I think
select
you're
your
right.
heroes.
Yeah,
Some crits, but that's it.
yeah, this can make a crit lineup, I'm sure, or pretty close. Where there's no more bashes. Unless you want to count the task, but that's not really the thing.
Well, it gets half a
That's
pass,
not
you could
fire,
say.
yeah.
That's it. Yeah, sadly, no 5th bash. I know what the next hero is going to be. More bashes.
Maybe Lone Druid if you want to count the Entangle.
That's a rude
Close
though.
enough.
Ah,
That's close
that's cheating.
enough. Anyway,
Sadly.
uh,
Sad. Ruined.
Yeah, there's a lot of these kind of meme lineups that you can do that just fall short.
Just imagine it's a Spectre or something with like 5,000 health and there's like 3 melee carries just bashing her to death. Like, constantly locking down. It's so cool because it all goes through the BKB as well. You can't even get rid of it. I'll tell you, Slaughter is one buff away from being the next super annoying carry you see in all of your games. The moment Wind Ranger falls out of service, you could say, same with Doom and Beastmaster getting slightly nerfed, that's the moment where Slaughter will shine again. He's already so strong, not taking extra damage from the Guardian Sprint. He will...
That will get on the good sides. That's not gonna work, Dark, so I'm gonna flame you regardless if you mess up.
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying.
That's
But
my
yeah, it's
spring.
pretty fish against fish down here in the bottom.
Yeah.
What do you make of the Slark last pick? In general, like,
Yeah, we haven't talked about it. So, I think it's pretty good if you desperately want to lose the game.
30 seconds
okay.
to battle.
It is a really bad pick, I think. Like, Yob against the Troll can beat you to death if he gets one bash. You have a Slaughter, really good against you. You have a Kunkka, that is pretty good because he can one-hit you if you're unlucky, and then you have Wind Ranger with the Shackle. So he basically needs 5 Dark Pacts in this game. Everybody can lock him down if there's a little bit of luck involved, less so on Slaughter and Kunkka. But the sheer amount of damage that you will have to face is really dangerous for him. Not a fan of the pick at all. He gets 3 runes as well. Nice.
yeah, basically you can only work if you're extremely diligent with your Dark Pack timings. And even then, like, it might just still overwhelm you if you're too far out. Guess that's the long and short of it. But also in lane, like, this ends up being a proper try lane. Warlock is sitting around down here for the moment, but I think they'll lead him up top, seeing how the Axe and the Clockwork are going to be up against the Troll. I don't think you can leave him completely alone, but Stark is
Yeah, I
also
like
a hero
this.
that's very exploitable in these kind of lanes.
Yeah, and that's exactly that rhyme we have been talking about. Like they either put the Clockwork +1 against the solo lane on the top, And that will work out quite nicely. Like, Troll will struggle against this. Like, yes, he can last it a little bit, but Axe and Clockwork, they're gonna make this line hell for him.
Yeah. Well, at least it's with the 1v1 in the mid. Shadowfiend, of course, with a lot of souls already, almost maxed out now with Unmolested. There we go. So he has that right click damage to be able to contest the Kunkka, but he does have the Quelling Blade, he does have the Tidebringer to bring into the fray. So right now he's actually leading in terms of CS. Because a lot of these denies are still, if not all of them, are still just from the cogs.
Yeah, Dagger Nation's response to this is just putting the Clockwork on the slide now. Just going try against try lane, but joke's on you, the Warlock is top now.
Ooh, Crush missed. Dark Soul, he has plenty of mangoes, so if he needs, still gonna have that available. Windrunner has to use the power shot that you went level 1. So not feeling even the need to go for the Windrunners to help you with trades.
Yeah. I would have loved if they actually, instead of going for the Ore of Venom, if he just picked up the Blightstone instead. Gonna see if he wants to go for that, because that does some extra good damage. The moment you have that Slithering Trudge, which is physical damage, meaning you do some extra damage whenever you cast it, and you get some extra hits chipped in, and might actually be beneficial.
Damage. I trust you've seen that, and
sure,
just as much as I did. But I didn't want to drop you because someone's still very easy
miss a kill.
blood. Basically just walking out with level 1. Very assault, caught inside the cogs. Windrunner without the Windrun couldn't prevent that extra right click damage except to put him over the edge, so hey.
But a Windrunner without Windrun?
Yeah, it's not even a
Who
Windrunner.
would ever do that?
It's a proper Wind Ranger.
Just a Ranger.
Yeah, just a Ranger, not the runner. So Cogs push back again, Dark Soul, yeah. Still has one crush to work with after the stick challenge called with the pounds. Good amount of right clicks here, a lot of harassment also coming in from that Thunder Strike, and that'll be enough. Senjin, not just good in line, but also helping secure this kill, playing the Disruptor.
Lots of commitment for that time. It's a kill. Kill is kill.
It's certainly helpful for any sort of Slark lane. If you manage to stabilize that, manage to get him closer towards the level 6. Without falling too far behind, this is going to be great, especially if you get more and more of these kind of kills. Windrun once again wasted. No glimpse just yet, so it's going to be down to Clockwork to finish him off and will be successful. Double crush. Another Cogs in a couple of seconds, so if they wanted to commit, they could, but no way for Slark to pounce in one more time. So, just going to let it go. Now, anyway.
It's not a full disaster if it comes to the offlane yet. It's kind of evolving into that area, especially because the Warlock top, well, he does heal, that's what Warlock does. Thing is, Axe is pretty much free farming the top lane, well, despite only having 10 last hits against the Troll Warlock, but he has a lot of experience already going this way. Yep. And the mid lane is not looking too bad either. Vanquish on the Kunkka doing quite okay against the Shadowfiend. Considering he's in it.
Zone him out completely, forced him to go back to base. He even found himself Region Rune, so it's his own little base found inside the river.
Yep, and he has the lane-winning item, the Infused Raindrop. Against the Shadowfiend, that's pretty much in one lane.
Yep. Oh, nice little raise, right click, all lasted there on the range creep though. He's keeping up as much as he can. I mean, like 10 or 11 of these knives were from the Cogs, but the rest of them are proper lane creeps, so...
Yeah.
Shadowfiend, as a result, has been able to kind of keep up in terms of levels.
Yeah, he has a really hard time there because Kunkka just at least in the early stages, completely outdamages him.
It's the assassin.
Bounty assassin.
Oh, the pushback. Not enough money for a crush, but kinetic field's also there. Nice covering fire left from center to make sure. And the Clockwork will be fine. So far they're playing quite well.
Rune.
Oh yeah, Chopper got both of them up top. Damn. Easy.
Can we have like a wacky tacky sound effect from like American TV when there's a quad rune?
Oh god.
Can you install like a buzzer you're slamming on every time we have a quad rune? That would be great.
Yeah, I was thinking about making a soundboard for these kind of things, but I decided against it because it's not my style.
Yeah, you prefer quality.
Yeah.
Damn.
Quality over cheap laughs, which are all that. That's all that would be essentially. But hey, get good. Almost out of region again. One more tango, but that might not be enough because hey, guess what? Kunka's level 6 and Shadow Fiend dies. It's almost like we expected that to happen. Didn't even need that rotation from the two supports. But down bottom, Dark Soul would have needed these two supports to help him out. Is he gonna die though? Yeah, the last frag is enough. Despite the stick charges. Same time on top, I mean, Troll Warrior left alone again, which means Axe can assert himself a little bit
Dyer's
easier.
bottom tower is under attack.
And, yeah, they were thinking about it. So, yeah, overall, would you say this is a fairly even game so far?
Yeah, you could say so. It's still super even. The only thing I see slowly rising is the Slug, but again, he has the lineup disadvantage against the Troll Warlord. Like Troll Warlord, Slaughter, eventually they will come online. They will just hunt him down. This Troll's already level 6. It's gonna get maybe gone on here by Assassin. The slow will help out.
The Assault coming out again. They're happy to tank up the tower for a little bit with the taunt, but nothing to really spin off of. So just the Battery Assault doing damage here. And that's why Tark's also pushing away the Windrunner. No matter to work with, a couple extra right clicks, maybe with another W. Not even needed. They'll get that kill on Troll Warlord.
Is under attack.
Very, very hard kill indeed, but I guess worth, even though they get the immediate counter kill towards the Windrunner. Not sure about that.
How's the kill this engine? Someone's dropped in. I haven't seen him on down here yet, but he's doing pretty fine. And again, their bottom lane is just shining through and doing quite well.
It's like level 6 now, so he can sustain himself very easily, but just staying in the vision for a while. And yeah, looks like he's going, yeah. Shreds Aquila, pretty standard into the wand, and after that, probably that Shadow Blade still as in mid. Oh, Vanquish. Goes down another combo, but kind of mess it up. He can just dodge the boat, and guess what? RC Assassin is running on the other side. Get good. We'll be fine for now with a couple of bottle charges in and out. Let's want to commit on Vanquish. Instead,
Yeah, nobody wanted to.
Ooh.
Kane
Still hunting.
Oh, the courier.
I can't go for it.
Nice.
There we go. They have the glimpse at the ready. Another ray. Oh, the X! Almost enough.
Ah, I couldn't cast it. I was interrupted.
Will still die regardless, but would have bought a lot more time.
Space created. Oh, pounce at bottom on the Slaughter. That should be there's the stun.
Ooh. A little bit too tanky just for the
What a sophisticated fight, am I right?
What?
No? Sophisticated?
Sophisticated?
Okay, I tried, okay? It's hard to pronounce, but hey.
If you actually said sophisticated instead of sophisticated, it would have been fine.
I'm sorry that I don't sound like a German to you. You can make that. I can't.
What?
It's hard.
Well,
You need a German accent for
British.
that. I'm not British!
Could have
Listen here, you wanker!
Wow. Language, please. Oh, there's a glimpse. On Dark Soul, Cannon Crush right now, and yeah, it's gonna be purged off. Bit forced into it, RC Assassin with the Rocket Flare Assassination. Get the kill for himself, so almost level 5. Once he gets level 6, he can make even more of that happen. In the meantime, he'll pick up that Urn of Shadows. So, like Clockwork's doing quite well. Disruptor. Once he hits level 6, like it can be said for all of these supports. Once they hit level 6, things will get a lot more dicey here, one would imagine. Meantime, we see a lot of stacks everywhere.
Yeah, lots of snacks on both sides. They want to make sure the troll has the recover mechanics. I'm not sure if
There we go again. The pounce missing though. The glimpse back into nothing in particular. Senjin already used all his other spells. That's a bit awkward. RC Assassin though with the Invis rune. Might just catch him off guard. Shadowfiend already with the TP out, and now we see the Kunkka joining in as well. Don't think you want to take this fight now as a result. Not without more reinforcements, but might be forced to. Senjin keeping out, but crushed away. Give his own life, or will he? As the Assassin with the Cobx. Gonna touch around. Now they're kind of stuck in here, but this is the Kunkka. Both still available. Give them at least the boat buff. And Daiki? No, he's alone. Alright, get the hell out of there. Also have the perch, make sure. Oh god.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Almost sniped him down here, but he still has his own ultimate to work with in case of emergencies, but the result they don't quite want to dive under the tower. All of that space created, I guess, for Shadow Fiend, who was farming mid a little bit, but most importantly, the axe up top.
2 kills, but the most unimportant ones. I would even say in the time where they went for this gank, even if they get 600 gold of it, they farmed more on the map. So
kill. Much bigger kill. Axe and the Torrent, if they can get it, this thing.
Dire's top tower
That's
is under
then
attack.
joining. Good damage over time, that should be enough. It's good, no more region to work with here. He'll take out, but they will pay for Vanquish's life. So 1-for-1 trade at the end of the day. The dunk miss actually. Oh no. Chopper not quite
yes.
enough just yet.
The good old magic 1-with-1 charge. The Axe's greatest enemy.
Well, that kill could have put him towards a Blink Dagger. As it stands, he'll have to farm up 1 or 2 more creep base before that happens. But he'll get the chance to. There it is.
Yeah. Blake up and running. 2k gold lead. They're still doing fine. Slark is okay on his timing. He's not going to go for any fancy builds, going for the Echo Saber and whatnot. He's straight up going for the Shadow Blade. I think that's the right call. He also just spotted at a ward. Hope he saw that one, because I'm pretty sure he should have noticed.
Yeah.
But they restrict the Slaughter around the map a lot, because look at the Slaughter's farm. He's sitting on 500 not health, 500 gold. Has the hydrates completed, working towards a Blink Dagger, but it's going to take them quite a long time to reach that. Slaughter is not a good hero to just go into the jungle, especially if you max the Guardian sprint.
Yeah. Access time is already there. He even scout out not 1 but 2 different stacks inside the jungle. So ideally they get a kill, they farm these stacks. Very easy to do here. This Deadman who's even setting up for another one. Blink call initiations, only 1 point up into the call, so it's not the easiest one. Not the longest lockdown, but they had plenty of help there. Now, they want to protect these stacks, they have to. Full Morlock coming in. There's the power shot from the other side here in Dark Soul. Ready for the crush. Natural Static Sum to prevent it for a little while, but Senjin might still fall. No, maybe not! Big old call on a couple of heroes. Spins are there, but it's also crushed. The boat flying through, the axe falls. About the Vanguard or Treads or anything to really give them the tankiness necessary, they will all falter. That was a really good movement here.
Oh, almost with the blind torrent. Actually, super smart move at the end. He moved around the torrent so they didn't even get the vision on him.
Yeah.
To prevent any X-Mark shenanigans, even though it's only level 2 X-Mark. But he doesn't know that. Could have been level 3, then he would have caught him.
Yeah. Well,
guess we're back in even.
pretty much, especially with these stacks being farmed up now. It would have been pretty big if they managed to steal all of those.
Yeah,
There's still 1 left.
Wasted potential to line up, but it's just... I know, like, they have pretty much everything they need. Look, go up.
One molecule up top, and well, there's the call. The shot just to get a little bit of extra space, and a little setup for the Golem though. Deadman gets it off. In time. 1-for-0 trade so far, Chopper. Well, Duncan cooldown again. He missed it? He missed it again, didn't he?
He did.
Well, comes back, blink out, dodging the crush, but there's still 3 people around him. I don't think he's gonna get out of this one unless Engine, nice little kinetic field. That'll be
catches 4 big units. Shadow Fiend dies mid. 2 slog. Yeah, do what you must, that I've already won.
Well,
space created by Kunkka.
God, 1-for-1 trade in that sense at least. Mikey, he's not done yet. Trying to catch Dark Soul there. With the extra damage, would have been maybe been enough. But also very dangerous without the ultimate available.
Yeah, no Shadow Blade yet, so. But he will finish it up with the kill he just got. 1 more camp, and he has available. He's probably gonna go back to base the region for a second. I think should be able to. He has really good targets. Like, the only one you can't really initiate on would be the Wind Ranger, because you don't have anything that pieces the evasion just yet. But Kunkka is absolutely helpless if you just jump on him, because you can't torrent at all. Like, whatever you do, he's just gonna punch it off. And ooh, yes, might be triple race.
You got Windrunner. Ah, a little bit too late.
That was slight mistake. He cancelled the second one. The third one, on the first attempt, that would have hit him.
Yeah. Would that have been enough with the... You're sitting at like 400 points?
It would have been close.
Yeah.
I think she was at 390 or something. It does 300 damage plus the stack damage, minus the magic resist. That should have been enough, roughly 400.
Well, that's a shackle. Axe into boat. Oh, almost enough to find some space with the hook shot. Now turn around. Chopper is ready for the call. Only catches the one, actually, with the cock pushback. But Dagger finishes up the Warlock in the max. So one front trade so far, but fight's not over just yet. Get good. He's amplified up. Darkstone walking in for a crush. Very good and easy kill. For all the burst damage, Chopper. One more blink. 1 second. Who do you want to focus on? Who can you reach even? Dark Soul? There it is. They catch him just in time, and this time the chop will be there. And Vanquish, well, he couldn't actually TP out. You still see him, and yeah, at this point his fate is sealed. Wheels around and limbs as necessary, and another dunk. Chopper with a double kill. And closer towards that straight blade mill. He has had the Vanguard queued up for a long time, but he wants to have that extra damage first.
I agree. I don't think the Vanguard is necessary whatsoever. There's no small damage incidents on any summons beside the Warlock Golem that you have to toggle off. Against the Troll, it isn't, going for the Crimson Guard isn't as effective. You almost want to take that damage. Like, if you just jump in on the Troll with a Blade Mail, he will hit you so hard that you might just be able to kill him off with that. Yeah. Same applies to Wind Ranger. It's just such a great counter. Like, Wind Ranger is helpless against Blade Mail because you can't even stop attacking. Unless you press stop, that is, but yeah. You know what I mean.
Yeah. You don't want to focus fire the axe once he has Blade Mail, that's for sure. With or without the Maelstrom. They're looking for this tier 1 tower though. I mean, with all of the action that's happened, no tower has actually fallen yet on either side. I mean, Bayard's tower got pretty close on mid and bottom and top even. All three dropping quite low, whereas the Radiants were quite healthy until just now.
And we'll trade him. 1 for 1. Top tower will take a lot of damage there, and I'm not even sure they can defend this. Yeah, look at their movement. They're just going, we secure the jungle. They do show off the ward though, because there was a Radiant once spotting this rotation. But they're gonna try for the T2 instead. Well, they're doing the exact same on Dagger Nation, like just going top, and did he all TP back. God damn it.
I mean, you got 2 towers for 1. If you can defend this one, then that'll be great. Can't just let them go with that. That Courier though, what the hell? The should figure out that there's an Axe Illusion at this point, but there's the hook shot coming in onto real Dark Soul. Get good on the outside, couple of raises in, and getting down that slot. Off to a good start here, but on success, the old one actually tanking the boat. The ultimate from Get Good, slowing down the damage to try and bring down Vanquish. Battling it up, nice shackle there, but the call as well. Can't really stick around for the spin, so this is where the Vanguard would have come in handy. Double kill instead for the Windrunner and a 3 for 2 trade. So didn't quite do enough burst to the conquer. Vanquish able to make his way out of there. It's just
and again,
like it's insane for the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, they just...
Oh wow, Daiki though, he has other plans.
Alright, good exit kill.
I'll just set you free.
It's a CSGO turn. What the hell?
What?
Was it?
Oh, that's doable.
Sure.
Do they? Can you say that?
I've heard exit kill before. Like,
do I look like
they're running away from the bomb and someone's waiting for them to just retreat. It's an exit kill.
I really don't know. That's it.
Thought you knew more about CSGO than I did.
Well, no. I used this from StarCraft because you said like getting some exit kills on like Marines and whatnot running away. That's like a kind of transition that over. I think it's just a general term you can say in multiple games.
Yeah.
CSGO. Do you look like I look at inferior esports?
Wow. Wow. You have some very strong opinions.
CSGO is like Dota's weird cousin you know vaguely but don't really want to be associated with.
Oh man. Well, no, you're joking. Which is just as well. There's like a lot of ways CSGO can be more exciting than Dota. Certainly for a lot more people because it's much easier to understand.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, easier to understand, but that's something about the game, isn't it? Anyways.
Can you just be respectful towards other games for once in your life? Yesterday you bagged on football, being arrogant as hell. Now on CS:GO, even though like should all be together celebrating all esports.
Dire's bottom tower is
Come on,
under attack.
soccer or talking about soccer is fine, right?
If you say soccer again, I'm gonna kill you.
Dire's bottom
Oh
tower
no.
has fallen.
It's called football. You put the foot to the ball.
Alright, on top, not gonna catch the axe. They're gonna set up for the next T1 tire. They want to really get rid of this. They need a map rotation, but
Coming in, the shackle on the boat, everything in the call, nicely done here. He got the blade bell off too, but it's not enough damage here. The Snake Storm to try and protect them, but the Golem is still hanging around and backwards. He's pretty damn technical with the boats off, but it's gonna expire now. Dagger will be able to find this kill. 2 for 2 trade so far. Good. Finally coming in on the parklands here rather than being focused down first. He's able to stick around, get himself double in the end. They do not prevent the tower from going down. They do get quite a few kills in return. Not the full Warlord though, he's still farming quite nicely, but not the top of the dwarf chart now. Slug getting bigger and bigger. And it's one of these heroes that can be very hard to deal with, even with the Troll Warlord in the end. Gets the BKBs or these extra defensive items. Starts sustaining himself through fights. I mean, it's naturally going to get bigger and hits harder the longer the fight goes on, just because of Essence Shift.
yeah, and Essence Shift has really good ability this game. It's such an underrated. Like I think it's one of the main reasons Slug is so stronger and so oftenly picked up, because Slug is really about if you survive, you just win a fight. Like even if you don't do the most damage, like if it comes to one-on-one scenarios, Slug always has an edge. There's like only a few heroes can go up to him. One would come to mind would be the Faceless Void, who is decent against him. Slaughter is actually pretty good at him if, in the late game scenario, but like in the early to mid game, you pretty much rely on Essence Shift just carrying you through the fight. There's a setup here.
Fight brewing. There's no Warlock Golem available here, so I'm not sure this should be a thing, but Dark Hole blinks in onto the Shadow Fiend, but Blink Call onto the Warlock only. Meanwhile, Daiki in the back, trying to finish up whatever he can, but Windrunner not exactly the ideal one. Board coming in, not actually hitting on anything in particular. Now, beautiful Shackle on 2 follow-up Rush, but don't actually have the damage. Wall is trying to deal with the RC Assassin, but Chopper with another call, gets to both these calls, they need follow-up, and there it is. Daiki finds one and starts directing away, but the bash is coming in. The Troll Warlord.
Under attack.
Is he gonna do it? Not quite. Another Shackle, they'll be able to turn on the axe before he finally succumbs, and now it's time for Daiki to clean up. Another Rocket Flare gets a double kill. RC Assassin living up to his name. Everyone's so low after the tussle.
Please tell me the RC stands for Rocket. That would be so cool.
Who knows, but damn, I hope we have the replay of that, because that was quite the crazy fight.
Yeah, but again, like they tried to split the fight. Troll actually did a phenomenal job staying alive and all of this. The only thing that I really criticized was the initiation by the Slaughter. And if they had the Warlock Golem available in this fight, this would have completely turned. But one of the major things that I wanted to point out was the Fatal Bonds not hitting on anyone, because well, he hit it on the the only one he hit it on was on the Shadow Fiend. At the Slug, but Slug just purged it off, and then it was absolutely useless. Yeah. Even despite the fact he was sitting in 4 years, for some reason it only lasted like one unit, and it had no damage whatsoever in the fight.
Yeah. If you saw the replay, like this is exactly the kind of fights that Slug really likes to take. I mean, he started off fighting in mid here, just pulling out the Windrunner, doing a lot of damage, and then you're just going from target to target without really being focused. Good.
So.
It's gonna be comboed. Another Torrent off the mark. He's still pretty damn fast with the last bit of Shadow Blade, but not so much anymore. Troll Warlord coming in to help. They did lose the Slaughter elsewhere at the same time, and without the Shadow Fiend, looks like they might want to be a little bit more aggressive still. Slug next at the Bounty Rune. Alright. That was scouted out though. They know that something's amiss, of course, with that Observer Sentry combo.
No fear. He has the full BKB just bought up. Will be delivered on the courier. So he's not unkillable, by no means. You can still get bashed up by 2 heroes, you can still get focus fight, you can still eat the Warlock Golem to the face. But it's going to be a lot harder actually lock him down. Because now you can deliberately use your Dark Pact on the first stun you see. If you see a second one approaching, which is fairly easy. You see a Shackle, go for it. You see a Slaughter sprinting towards you, go for the BKB. Like whatever happens, just smash that BKB button, and you have 10 seconds of just chopping away at a core because it just jumped you.
Yeah. It's also just invaluable up against a Troll Warlord blind. If you can't push it off because of the timings, like. You need to be able to hit this guy down very, very fast, because if the Warlord gets to right click a lot, they can still do a lot of damage in these fights. It just has a little bit more space to do that, like with extra crushes, with the Warlord Golem, which is available now, so that's why they're smoked up, trying to bait this one out, but it should be fairly obvious just seeing the Troll Warlord alone in this lane.
It was scouted up by the Rocket Flare as well. I'm pretty sure he saw like so he's going, yeah, the Conquer reveals and they know what's up.
His career should have been killed. That is no items was on the way back, but he dunked it down and not there. That's a Shackle though, didn't get anything off. Now the boat, the burst down, everything being dropped. And this cannot happen. They cannot afford to have the Slack caught out like that. Such a big kill.
Hi, I'm trying to
for high ground. They have a golem with them. Oh, do they? Where is it? What? I don't know
did
where.
It die? Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. There's a crush. That's a Stag Storm, but to walk out of it, Connect Field too late. The glimpse off the mark out too. I think a lot of these spells, but not these razors. Gets the one kill on the Troll Warlord. That'll put a stop to this push. Can they find more? Well, no more hook shot. No more glimpse for another 5 seconds. So they should be able to make their way out. Unless Dark still stays in vision, but Disrupted a little bit too slow on his feet.
Yeah, it doesn't have the cast range yet. Doesn't have any movement item. No small stuff available. So can't get any more additional kills out of this, but
yeah.
Still, that was a decent fight, I'd say. I'd say they managed to pretty much pull ahead by 5k gold again, even after the Slug got obliterated in the fight. He got absolutely dunked on by the entire lineup. That's really the downside. Like he didn't even have time to pop the BKB. I wouldn't say it's too extreme that he has to go for more defensive items, but got him.
Shot. Nice kill there from RC Assassin. Not just hitting with the rocket flares, but also with the hook shots. Always nice on the Conqueror.
Do you want the joke about like hook and fish hero, or can we skip that one?
Blind and sinker, yeah.
There's multiple ones. I have multiple ones prepared. Don't worry.
Feel free to use them anytime you see that happen.
Well, Sly didn't get out, so he's not getting off the hook there, you could say.
Also like the item position here for Clockwork. Normally you'd really love to have an Agnum Scepter, but when for the Spirit Vessel, like if you have a lineup without a Spirit Vessel, you're doing it wrong, I feel like. Blade Mail, very valuable this game, not just for Axe, but also for the clock, and could have also used the Force Staff, but instead he's going for the Halberd, which is also going to be invaluable against all of the core three. The Troll Warlord, the prime target. Even if he BKBs after the fact, he can't purge it off. There's a lot of wasted time. Even Windrunner though, or just the Kunkka.
I heard multiple Shadow Blades, Kunkka and Slug. Slug has the vision advantage with the sentry in range over here, but they're all gonna run in the opposite direction.
Players here.
Yeah. This is still a relatively even game when it comes to just straight up team fights. It's all about how well the Slug can maneuver in these fights and whether Troll Warlord is carried or not, and that relies on the Axe or Clockwork initiation, Disruptor getting spells off, versus like the Warlord Golem really. So even though there's a 5k advantage, which has kind of shrunk a little bit, this is still all so much down to how they take these fights, and you don't really want to take a fight blindly into Warlord Golem.
Yeah, true, but I tell you, it's going to happen. This one of the next fights will be decided by does the Troll Warlord or the Starter bash somebody after a hit. Like, these additional stuns, there's just nothing on the entire Dagger lineup that you can do about. Like, Axe gets screwed over. Like, Troll Warlord is not a small stun. It stuns for 2 seconds.
Yep.
Yeah, like we had this argument before, right? You get bashed by Troll once, and that means you perma-stunned in most scenarios.
Pretty close. But
Wind.
Bit of a pick-off here. Windrunner with a hook shot as well. So glimpse the blink crush from Darksoul, but they were lost. There's a blink call as well coming in, and that's a Warlock down for the count. No buyback either here. But they might get good in return, and they do. Troll Warlock going big, but he can't hit Slug in his ultimate form, so he has to settle for a Clockwork. Just being chopped down. There's the perma stun that you were talking about. Blade mode coming up too late, and triple kill for Daiki though. He's killing off the backlines one by one. Coming up, back in the fray. Daiki is still not quite done just yet, but he cannot continue without the BKB, without the ultimate. Way too scary. Now the blink crush after the purge.
Missed the win. No.
He's the one with extra.
Oh, power shot off the mark at the end. Oh, that was unfortunate. Yeah. At least they got the troll out of this. And he's level 29, so extra damage coming in, but that was really dangerous. I don't even know why he precisely stopped going on the troll. I'm pretty sure he could have just locked him down. He had no vision. He was not blinded up by the whirling axis, but they decided to back off in the end. I mean, he made it out. Good for him. And they got more money out of this by 2k gold, that is, but and a lot of map control. Plus, they pretty much showed, yeah, we can go up to you. You don't gang us, we gang you. But still, I feel like something was really off on sort of wasted potential. Like, I don't want to make the wasted potential joke here, but they could have done so much more here with the troll.
He just chose a safer option. Like, if he went in for the troll without any defensive utility off cooldown, he would have most certainly died. If he didn't start walking back when he did, like, that crush happens on the high ground rather than in the river. He doesn't get the pounds out far enough and he dies. And he doesn't want to do that at all. Quite living really life on the edge. And don't think they need to. I mean, I think they realize that this game is not as clear cut. You cannot just go willy-nilly into these fights. Like, the only reason they won that was because they were able to lock down the Warlock. It was a great call from the Axe. And if they didn't kill him before the Golem, yeah, that entire situation looks completely different.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. You look at Dagger, and they always move like in this kind of formation, 5 heroes around the map, and where's the potential a little bit struggling behind. Like, the moment they get initiated on, they're gonna lose like in they lose a hero early in the fight before they can reinforce. So it's really dangerous, especially if you're up against the Slug, who just is so good at singling out heroes.
Yep. Let's go look for some more. Surprise that sentry up at the high ground, but they're gonna go in anyway. That's also four stuff out though. Darksoul didn't have that available. It was four stuff on the Windrunner helping out. A couple spells being thrown in return, but this Clockwork can tank it at this point. He's gonna get 3k health points. That sound has been completed. Extra strength talent, extra armor, so he's going super tank mode. Right, that is. Gonna try again, smoke up. Where's the Warlock? Gotta find him, but he's hiding inside the trees right now. It's not ideal. Wow. See Vanquish here, he's in this, and now turn on. BKB comes out though, they do manage to find the Windrunner, and there's no buyback available. So she's dead, but the Bash is on to get good. He's just gonna be chopped down by Troll Warlock. 1-4 trade, but Darksoul comes at a Static Storm. Daiki finishing up the Warlock. Golem did come out. Beautiful call those three. Daiki is still pretty damn strong with a follow block from the Assassin. They're coming up perfectly together as the full 5-man wipe. Slug completely free in these fights.
This Bash did so much work for him there.
It's one of the Bash brothers now.
The Bash brothers? Wow. But yeah, this Slug is going absolutely massive now. He's about to reach level 25 soon, so he's going to have that essence shift duration. Considering that he just stole like 23 of them, which is transitions into 70 agility, it's gonna help him so much in those fights, and he's no longer dying in those. He doesn't even have the Scardy he picked up yet. You know who's on the way to the Scardy? It's the Troll Warlord, but he isn't tanky whatsoever. Like, the only thing that works for him is he has armor, but well, he has most of his armor. Guess from what? From agility, and guess what he steals away on Stark?
I don't know.
Intelligence.
Agility?
All of it.
Yeah. One step on each and turn into agility. It's a pretty strong hero the longer the game goes on. Like, just all he needs is survivability. If he stays alive in these fights, and they haven't really even been able to touch him, even with the golem. Didn't quite see what happened, even on replay. But yeah, BKB, Dark Pact, all of these helping out to make sure that they couldn't really go on him. Even that ultimate, Shadow Dance. I mean, you can have as many bashes queued up on the Troll Warlord as you want. If you can't actually right-click him physically, then it's not really going to help you up against the Slark. So if they can win these team fights throughout the duration of these kind of spells, the BKBs, the Shadow Dances, everything from the Slark, then there's not really a whole lot that they can do. Basic potential. They have to kite. There's no other way.
Yeah, but
how do you
Axe
kite
is
against
making...
Disruptor and Axe blinking,
Exactly.
calling, and Clockwork? Like, how do you do that?
Get Good is always getting sacrificed in all of these fights. He's 3-8, but that's what he does, and he does good.
4 stuff coming out, so Troll Warlord would be fine. RC Assassin, a lot of stuff being committed on him, but again, he's super tanky. They want to get the kill, but the Blade building so much work. Dagger was there for an immediate trade, and this is not worth it here. Fall of Bash and Vanquish. BKB not putting himself against that one either. It's stopped now. Did they put the glimpse? They do not, but they don't need to. The bounce will connect. The call to reveal the invis. And it is Get Good who gets that kill himself. With Shadowblade hit and everyone else themselves out of there. This must have been a bit of frustration coming in. Killed the Clockwork, but that's exactly his role in this game. He's doing so much damage in return with that Blade Mail. He did 2,300. Same as the Slark in that particular fight.
And they have no answer to the Slark now. Oh, good BKB.
Chopper, man. MVP this game, 100%. I mean, Daiki is getting all the kills, but Chopper...
He sets them up.
Yeah, he sets all of them up. Exactly.
He's netting them in, you could say.
Haha. Okay.
Come on, it's not that bad. I really tried, okay? It's really hard to make fish jokes in Dota.
Well, it's your judgment, you know? It's really hard, but you try anyway and you fail, and you still fail.
Wow.
It's what it is. I'm sorry, man. You brought this on yourself. Alright. It's tier 1.
Dark Soul. Bashed. Oh, actually, he doesn't have the Dark Pack. We'll get stunned up, so he should be...
Still pounced.
Yeah.
Lasts forever. Plus 3 seconds. Now more. Oh, that didn't quite match, but find the glimpse back. Wind run, another wind run available, but we'll die before that mad burst anyway.
Yes.
I think at this point, they're broken. They have to defend the high ground and try and get a good team fight together, but they still need all 5 of their heroes for it.
Yeah, again, this Slark's doing so much. Gotta say, I admire his talent choices. They're a little bit weird. He's getting full aggressive with all of these. Yeah. Like, besides the Dark Bank damage, but Essence of the Rage, and it will just win him the fight. Oh, yeah. Like he plus 75 agility. Just saying. At 75 damage, that's a lot of armor, and what do you? He doesn't even need to just. You take it, Shadow Fiend. You feed for me anyways, right?
Yeah, this is the right choice.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Go straight for a basher. Still holding on to buyback, I would say, I think. Oh yeah. This game is out of control now. Like, unless Lark messes up like once or twice, he will not have a chance to get back into this, I don't think.
Yeah, mess up at least twice. Get items on the Kunkka. I feel like the only chance they have is, because the Slark isn't down tank yet, that Kunkka gets a crit. Just when Slark through it low, just crits him.
Could be a possibility, but I don't think a normal Crucialist wouldn't be enough to pull Daedalus.
I'll run into the Cobx.
Well, there's no hookshot available.
Do it with flair.
Be able to walk it off, or maybe not. The glimpse is there instead. Oh, back though. There's no running away from this lineup.
Chopper, chop, chop. Chopper can't find anyone. Almost got one.
Rock it on.
But yeah, they're gonna pressure this T2 tower. The only reason they don't have racks at this because there's so much outer pressure. There's 2 big TP spots for the Dire team to utilize. But hey, you got Aegis. Just running at the tower now.
Dire's bottom tower
Well,
is under attack.
not the last remaining tier 2, but
Dire's
well,
bottom
now the
tower
one on
has
top
fallen.
certainly is. Doesn't have a lot of health points either, so it's just a matter of time until they go high gun. And it's gonna be in the next couple of minutes when the Aegis is still in hand. How do you handle this thing? This is one of these situations where even the Golem can't help you because it's not all that much damage. Even the Fatal Bonds, like you have the crystals now in Kunkka, so if you bond up a few people, but maybe you don't get to do that even. Nice force up once again. That man not quite dead just yet. They're gonna try and turn this on the clockwork, but they can't kill him. He's way too tanky. If they try, they're gonna be counter-initiated on Chopper. Waiting for that blink call, just waiting for the opportunity to just counter-initiate when they go on anybody. Meanwhile, Gitgood, he was just walking away at the tier 3 bottom. He's the Aegis, he doesn't care either. It's so hard to defend, especially if they're pushing 2 lanes at once like that. Because you can't get rid of any one hero quickly.
Yes, 3,500 health points solely on the clock. 2,500 on the axe, and it's an axe, never go on axe.
Yeah.
Even the Shadow Feed is pretty tanky at this point. Like Slug as well, you don't burst anyone down. Your only chance is this troll going out of control. Like, if he walks up to Slug and he bashes them 3-4 times and he can't get into ultimate, then they have a chance. Otherwise, no way.
Yeah. You won't do that easily. Like, it happened once this entire game. In the bottom lane. But, yeah. It won't happen when they're all 5 like that without you also taking some casualties. It's just way too much network spread out around across the other heroes as well. A bit of extra support.
Vanquish. That's not the pick-off we want.
No. Also BKB, so the pounds will not connect, so the bash wars are happening. They have to kite. Right idea. Daiki. Can't quite catch him though. And oh god, get good. He has other plans, he doesn't care. BKB, ultimate.
Sabash.
Gonna lose his Aegis here, but setting up. Oh, that's Stag Storm. The bash, the pounce. And the glimpse back onto Vanquish. They're gonna get both of these 4 kills, and one of them is not coming back. 100 seconds without buyback. No Kunkka. There will be a Troll Warlord, no Wind either, and no Golem. This game is officially over now.
Yeah, the hunt for the last right has begun. You just don't come back from this at this point. Yeah. Like, the Heaven's Halberd alone is just so good with the disarm against the troll. You eliminate one hero out to fight it. It was purely up to chance. If they got the bashes, yes. If not, yeah, disarms. Dunked into the GG.
What a good game it was. I mean, there's the potential. Not quite coming out as strong as it did in game number 2, where they were the ones forced on like a 24-minute GG. Was frustrating the opponents into it, but Dagger Nation pretty solid here. Once again, bit of a snowbally hero, but they didn't look, they didn't tumble all too much. They had this one pick off on the Slug, which was unfortunate, where it just wasn't quite fast enough on his builds or his BKB. But beyond that, like, they played flawlessly. I mean, Shadowfiend, sure, he was tanking a lot of the attention, but
yeah,
he was not.
That was his job. Like, yeah. Slug 20-1.
Exactly.
That's it.
They didn't need the Shadowfiend to be the one big guy.
They slowly reeled it in, and with the Clockwork just making so much space, they effectively had 2, if not 3 frontliners, and Sentient just always being the tool that makes sure that nobody gets close to the Slug. And he played Slug really well. Every time he saw anyone approaching that can lock him down, press that ult button, and then they just kill him off. And there was no counter.
Well, So that's game number 1 of a best of 3 series. Dagger Nation looking very strong. Wasted potential, even with the Warlock on their team, could not quite make it work. We'll see what they decide in game number 2. Stay tuned.
Dire team ban.
And we are back with game number 2, Dagger Nation. They've had a pretty solid game plan and, again, solid gameplay. Not too many
10
mistakes were
seconds
made.
remaining.
Whereas wasted potential, and they couldn't quite put things together here. Maybe a little
5
bit panicked every
seconds
once in a
remaining.
while. They were unable to really make good use out of their
Radiant
warlock
team ban.
and their teamfight potential
Dire
on the back of
team
that.
ban.
Like we saw that one
Radiant
moment in the last
team
game
ban.
where they were working away at the tier 1 tower without that golem
Dire
available,
team ban.
and they kind of lost that fight. Slaker's result got way too big, ended the game at 20-1, and gonna try and see if they cannot prevent the same thing from
Radiant
happening
team
again.
ban.
But we'll see. Dagger Nation only one game away from winning the
Dire
Cobx
team
Masters
ban.
in Chennai. Quick bans?
Well, yeah, well-deserved Clockwork ban coming out from Wasted Potential alongside the Nightstalker and Skyrim, so they keep with the standard they had already established. Dagger Nation going for the Bane, going for the Underlord and the Wind Ranger, and going with the first Big Sun King because he made it through because Clockwork was banned instead, and I'm pretty sure Senjin is happy with his choice there.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Come on, show me the Warlock. That's the part where we pick Warlock, and then we acknowledge it, and then we wait for 15 seconds for the next pick. So, chop, hurry up.
10 seconds
maybe we want to
remaining.
approach it a little bit differently, though. There's still the axe in the pool
5
for themselves.
seconds remaining.
Well, sure, you
I've
can
also
wait a
been
minute,
part
and
of-
then you pick him.
I could pick both heroes. I can pick Axe Warlock and be absolutely fine.
Wow, how's that for a change? We picked the axe first, and then we picked the Warlock instead of the Warlock and then
I
the
know,
axe. Variety!
Well, also got to think about the entire game plan here. Like, you don't want to. You also have to think about what you want to give away with thinking already on the field, which can combo up with quite a few heroes to make for a very nasty offlane as well. So, they're taking this time to think about their entire game plan, not just about the first pick. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. But maybe they do for something super fancy. It's not too fancy. It is fancy, but
a
not
little
too
bit
fancy.
Yes, though, that's a bit different.
That's
It's
the
gonna
full.
be, yeah.
This
minus
is an armor thread. Yeah, 100%.
Dire team
Oh, but I feel
ban.
like that's super obvious and oh, ouch, Chen pick off the bat.
Hmm.
Did not see that one coming. I like it against Venture. Like if you see an armor thread like that evolving, I mean, I don't think it's the definite like that. That's why they make the choice on the Chen. I feel like the Chen is more like what they want to do anyways. But Vengeful Elder Titan, they're gonna struggle against it against the lineup that can make so much early pressure.
Yeah.
We already have Sun King probably sitting on that offlane, and now Chen chiming in with some extra stunts or utility hero creeps.
Yeah.
That might really hurt like a fragile lane, like a Vengeful Spirit.
And if you think about minus armor, like Chen can also provide for quite a bit of plus armor if you really want to. Like you can pick up the Ogre Frost Mage for some extra ice armor. You can, if you really want, you can pick up a Wild Wing, run around
Yeah.
with that, and not to mention the diedables that you can go. Like
10
if you
Don't get
seconds
bound
go
by
remaining.
back for a mechanism or just casual buckler even,
5
or
seconds
just a medallion.
remaining.
All of these kind of things can just offset so much of that minus armor if that is what Wasted Potential is thinking here. Maybe it's just a
Radiant
decoy,
team
maybe it's just a bait. Who knows? Maybe this is a core avenge, maybe this is a drow strat. Like I do anticipate something out of the box here for sure though.
Yeah, I feel like they want to switch it up. They just ran to a Slark strat with a favorable lineup and they lost to it. So I feel like they feel pressure to do something, try something new, something that Dagger Nation did not prepare for. So they're swapping
10
up their playstyle
seconds
completely and predicting that Dagger Nation is going to stick with their old one. And so far, it's not really changing that much. It's still focused around heavy timing pushes, especially with Chen Sand King. You're gonna have the timing where they have the blink ups, similar to the last game, when the axe hit the blink timing. Then you just run at them and try your best.
Well, we're gonna see what route they want to take. Axe actually still in the pool, so is Doom, like a lot of
10
these.
seconds.
Yeah, Doom would be great. Would be excellent choice against Chen. So it would be the Witch Doctor, would put the Venge or the Elder Titan in the core position, which I would like. I'd like to see Vengeful Spirit core. With a Witch Doctor on the lane, that is pretty powerful, and you have another early game support that has something against the Chen.
Or Crystal Maiden. How about that?
Team pick.
Nope.
Okay, it's
Nope,
gonna be the
that's
team.
the-
So you can
Get
start
outta
eating
here.
all the Chen creeps, or at least one of them.
Yeah, stop
If
munching.
you go
on them.
Midas, you can eat 2.
5-man Midas, anti-Chen. I remember when that was a thing. Where you could build Midas because Chen always comes online at like 12-30 minutes, and then you have like 3 cores with Midas, and like,
Yeah.
jokes on you, have fun running through the jungle for 5 minutes, finding a creep that isn't garbage. But yeah. Now every creep has cool spells. Mud Golem is good now.
My golems are really good.
Radiant
Halberd
team
Smasher, pretty good. And
Especially for Chen or Enchantress. Like if you can walk in, press the boulder, convert to another creep, you get the small one, so you have 2 extra ones, which is 450 magic damage before
Yeah.
reductions.
or you just keep them on like really low health, and then you have the instant split as well. So yeah. That is really handy. But and who?
10 seconds remaining.
Bristleback, who?
Bristol a little bit more common than the
5
Enchantress.
seconds remaining.
Yeah. I still
God,
don't
when was the
quite
last time you
understand why.
She's too squishy. Like they keep
I mean
buffing.
Bristleback.
Oh, the Bristleback.
We'll talk about Enchantress.
Well, he's too squishy. He's too squishy because he has his. Basically, he had his. The Bristleback was like that's a while back where the Bristleback was changed. It's no longer that heavy damage reduction on the back. It's 40% now. It is good. He's still super tanky, but he kind of falls short and he can't really chase people down. He lacks that natural stun. He's hard countered by a magic wand, especially with those dual lanes. You will always have those around.
Yeah.
And he needs levels to become effective. If you run Bristleback on a dual lane, he's not going to do as much.
Yeah, but if you run him as solo, he's gonna get zoned out before he can get these initial levels to make him dangerous.
Yeah.
It's
Precisely.
like then if you don't kind of situation. So the only way to really do it is if you have either some really cute combo like with the Coddle Bristleback to just get the double quills out, which can make you give you the ability to kill people much quicker than they anticipate.
Yeah, it is good.
Or you just with the Chen just pile on so much extra pressure that there's no way to actually deal with the Bristleback, even though it does take a little bit longer to get the levels as a result. Invoker. But yeah, the other thing I will always have to bring up is that any Bristleback pick also brings to mind the Viper for the other team as like a super hard counter. Just
Please,
throw
no
down
Viper.
the toxin, but yeah, with the Invoker, I don't see that happening anymore.
10
They can still
seconds
technically
remaining.
run it as a safe lane. It wouldn't be. Hello.
That is
The
getting
Bone
more and
Fletcher
more
makes
interesting.
Bone Fletcher making an appearance. That is really interesting.
Alright, so wasted potential. They did run an Invoker in the first game, and that did end up working out quite well, mostly because Masters of Mayhem
10
were
seconds
kind of
remaining.
running into them,
Dire
to the
team
Invoker
back.
combos and the Elder Titan Storms and the Warlock Golem. So if Dagger Nation
Dire
do
team
the same
back.
thing, I can still see them winning these team fights naturally. Because apart from Burstback, everyone else is kind of squishy. Like even Kingsley. If he gets caught by any sort of Invoker combo, he's gonna die. So similar game plan again. Burstback in the front, Kling's just playing the same role as Slark, where he's kind of
10
wants to weave in and
seconds
out of the
remaining.
fights, build an Orchid, kill the Invoker, then go out, find another target, and so on
5
and so
seconds
forth.
remaining.
The moment he gets gone on, things are looking a little bit dicey.
Radiant team
Unless he's
pick.
super farm.
Zeus to round it all out.
Yeah.
That is the global Klinks hunt somebody. We got your back kind of strat. Literally got their back.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks pretty powerful. This is really, really good Zeus pick against the Invoker. Pretty good against Doom Vengeful as well. Just gives you that additional power. And Doom has too many targets to Doom here. And
Choose your
PL
hero.
last pick. Dirty PL pick.
Very interesting drafts here from both sides. PL gets farmed. If Invoker gets farmed, I would give that late game towards wasted potential. Even with the Zeus. It's because like you'd imagine someone like the Doom can easily build from the Silver Edge, so you have that to work with. If you Doom Zeus, he doesn't do anything. Klings can fall off the wagon very easily, and Chen also doesn't really scale all that well. But you have to survive until that point in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know. I still favor the Zeus lineup. I feel like they're gonna have an excellent timing where they just push them down. They have Bristleback for the front. They can tank tires for how long they want with all those Chen creeps with the Bristleback, and then you have to have a Clink hitting the tire. What is the D push for the other side? You have the Elder Titan. Yeah, that is about it. Like Invoker, maybe PL is okay, but they're all risk getting caught out by a Sand King just sitting on the sides and just waiting for that. Bright and breezy. Perfect. He's level 6. We're gonna see a lot of Bristleback voice lines.
Oh god.
Is it back? You can spam them again?
I hate
Didn't
this
they
one in
fix them?
particular because it's just...
It's so long.
yeah. What the hell? Shout out to Nadim. Not coming and screwing us up. Alright. I don't know what that means, but sure.
Maybe it's the cable gremlin that's soaring apart the cables.
So much for that. Poor Klings.
Did I jinx it again?
Of course he did. Alright, he's reconnected. Ready to go again. So, let's talk about these lanes. Klings up against Elder Titan Doom. We have a ward here from the Radiant side, so if anyone walks in to block this hard camp, they're gonna know about it. And if they're diligent enough about stacking it up, then this Elder Titan can be quite a nuisance in any lane. Even though he's a melee hero, he can just stack up all of that movement speed and attack damage.
Yeah, Elder Titan actually tends to be super crazy. Like, I would consider being a little bit stronger on the die because it's easier to grab just from 2 camps. If you play really smart, you can position yourself over here on the map. You cast the Spirit over there, let it there, and then it runs back through the Ancients, through the big stack over here, and you end up with like 200 bonus damage.
Yep.
Well,
the advanced level plays.
I think Venge is forgetting.
That man, nice body blocks there. It's not gonna be enough though. Chopper still stays in range, and this is very awkward. None of them actually started with sticks, which means there's this little timing with Chopper can just press his spell without any qualms whatsoever. And also, good thing that he started with the spell, not with his passive. Yeah, that happened the other day, and now Deadman, is he gonna defeat that again? Nice little stun here, so the body blocks aren't as effective. But he's forcing the Elder Titan down here. This is what they wanted to do with that pressure.
Yeah,
so
this is...
one lane, Klings is gonna win this.
Yeah, Klings is gonna absolutely run over this Doom. Doom is gonna be out of region fairly soon. Even with 3 Magos, there's just nothing you will do, unless... Yeah, it depends on the first creep. If he gets the Satire, he has a chance. Otherwise, he has to fight the Satire. Or gets the support. And Troll Thunder here. Wildwing. Didn't spawn.
Even the Wildwing would help because he has 0 armor and Klings with the receiving arrows, it's for like 76 damage.
Yeah, but still, even with the extra armor, it's just nothing really helps him. And he's really unlucky. Like, there's not a single Satire on the entire map.
Just the pepperonis.
Oh. He's gonna go for the Devour as well on the on the troll. So not the best start for him, not at all, and he's gonna keep struggling here. You could say he's gonna pick a bone with him, but yeah.
Oh well. It's also Tornado in the bottom lane. One of the most obnoxious lane harassment utensils there is. And this tri-lane was an interesting way to run a Bristleback, but so far it's working out. Phantomlands are 5-1, same as the Bristle.
Didn't we talk about don't run Bristle in non-solo lanes? God damn it.
Like, Shen is staying out of XP range and he's farming jungles.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a duo lane, right? So it's fine.
It's even a region rune here, whenever they need it. And now he's... Nice little scan though. Radiant picking up on that rotation. Oh wait, Chen is not in the bottom lane anymore? He must be up to something. With the smoke in the center, that would have been quick kill on Invoker if he's sitting inside the river. As it stands, Sunstrike down bottom, doing quite a bit of damage to Chopper. First strike on 2 though, that might be able to turn us around. Phantom Lancer, only with 2 cool sprays, but it's out of range. I'll be a bit more careful. Chopper himself, he has some metal stick charges to work with. RC Assassin though, not so much. A stun, cannot turn for another burst strike. Chopper's still in a bit of trouble.
Oh, misses another kill. Gets out of that one, but still. And so that's a kill they gave up for pretty much free. Invoker did go really down in mid. Was that a gank or was that only Zeus?
That gank finally connecting. A couple of Zeus spells. But ultimately not enough to kill him. But this is all just as good, if not better. Forcing him to walk all the way back. Sometimes it's just quicker to die and then TP back to lane after a few seconds.
Yeah. Top lane is looking really, really bad. Like, yes, he's getting some farm on the Doom, actually sitting on 17 last hits, but Klinks is about to hit at level 5. Like, this damage is stacking up.
Already has the Ring of Health too, so I mean...
Yeah, this Doom will not go under his skin, you could say.
Yeah. Well, let's see what he can do later down the line, because he's gonna need to create some space for the Phantom Lancer and the Invoker. Both of them having decent enough lanes, but they're not exactly the type of heroes that can just start going ham the moment the laning stage starts to break down. They need a little bit of extra farm, some item timings, and well, they're gonna go. Penitence, Deadman on the side. Intercepts the Chen, but they don't want to dive the tower. Just want to use the creep wave, keep the pressure up, and snacking. Well, dodges that stomp at the very least.
What a chaotic lane at the bottom. And it's an Anionic creep. That's almost worth it. That's the most exciting thing in the last 30 seconds. But yeah, Bristleback running under the tower, nobody damaging Bristleback. Bristleback running back from way under the tower, but hey, he's skipping boots. He did go for the Ring of Health, as said, and
with that extra sustain. The Assassin, stun on stun action. He has the charge to kill Bounce Rune, but Ink still gets it now with the extra stomp. Catching 2. Thinking. Does have another stun to work with. Did juke around a little bit too much though, so it's gonna be down to Chopper. That's a lot of extra movement speed still on the Elder Titan. It's gonna be enough though. Use the Fairy Fire, but Chopper, if he wanted to, he could easily dive the tower.
Oh, Deadman.
But instead they find the Venge. Alright, that also works.
Oh, literally his name at this point. Not sure what he was doing there. A little bit out of position, but
Thought he was hiding or something.
This PL is getting so contested. Sitting on 23 last hits. Even Crystal only has 14. In the meantime, like he is farming on this Klinks 34 last hits, and he's doing absolutely phenomenally well. And finally, this Doom finds a bloody creep that isn't terrible.
This is 6 base region now. He'd still die though if Dagger gets close to him with the strafe and plenty of mana for the searing arrows. Gotta be a bit careful. Now he's gonna get some help too. Vengeful Spirit realizing that you can't really do too much down bottom, but maybe you can do something top. The sun comes out. Doom will hit level 6 just now. They have the dust available. And the Doom being dropped. Should be a kill, especially with the Sunstrike walking straight into it. And oh, not finishing a TP for the deny. I think it would have been too late.
Would have been too late. If there wasn't a Sunstrike, he might have just might have even saved him.
Oh yeah, it would have lived.
Yeah. That's one of the things, right? You have a Chen against the Doom. I like that pickup because you can always send back the Doom target and he just runs back into the fight. Especially if it's on a Klinks or something. Klinks is fairly fast if he's in this, so he can wait at Doom in the base, region up, and then just run back into the fight.
Sunstrike off the mark. It's a little bit too late. Should probably be fine. And now Aussie Assassin, he's the one to make the rotation mid. Vanquish actually sitting on top of the CS shard right now, which is... I guess it's alright. The 1v1 mid up against Zeus is not really too much pressure that he alone can put out to prevent the Invoker from lasting, especially now since he's got the levels.
Yeah, and he virtually had no pressure besides the Chen hitting it once. That's the upside. Chen is so focused on the lane bottom.
2 different units in the courier, but it's not enough. It's they find the stomp on the Elder Titan, but he alone doesn't actually have the damage to do anything with that.
Oh, couldn't get it. Yeah.
Now a couple more people rotating in. Vanquish with the cold snap. Not too much else to throw out, but this is a level 3 Chen. Sunstrike, not quite on the money. He still has to shoot himself warm there or something. They get the kill. RC says not able to prevent it. And maybe he can get the kill on that one if he that one connected. But the Zeus
they can.
says, hey, hello. I'm here, by the way. I have some damage across the entire map. And RC says he's still joking. Gonna get enough mana for another burst strike. Just wasting so much time. Here.
He's gonna get out of that one. No way. Please sunstrike him.
Oh.
No. Wait for it.
Are there. It's all good. Get good. Can you get it? One more Q. Get stunned up though. The punches in there.
There we go.
Nice.
To the caustic in the end, he didn't even have to chase.
Oh, no. Game is game. That's what a friend of mine would say there.
Yeah, what is up with that reference? You popped that multiple times there.
Yeah,
but
it's just game.
Makes no sense. How this game? Change it up.
The game is game. Things like that happen. You can't explain it any other way. It's just the game.
That's stupid. It's stupid. You're stupid.
You're stupid.
No, you're stupid.
No, you. Alright, I said last I won.
Yeah, wow.
Easy. Just as easy as Germany's win in against Sweden yesterday.
Ah, there we go.
For a second.
Yeah, and now comes the soccer talk.
Dire's top
It's football, by the
tower
way.
is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Oh, the career almost died up top, so the Doom walking in. But...
Yeah, Doom has a lot of damage, even for one hit. Face puts up and running, and damn, Doom has damage.
Rotated 3 heroes up top, but guess what? Senking has an invis rune. They can certainly defend this. Daiki making his way back in. He's picked up a fresh creep, Senjin. Does have 2 of his own. Yeah, this is gonna be so beautiful. Double burst strike potentially here. Just waiting until they line it up,
surprise.
but unfortunately, they can't. Dust coming out. Wait, something's amiss here. Still get the Doom out. Sunstrike shared among the damage, and there's still 1 centaur with a stomp available. So they do not want to stick around to try and actually get that kill. So they send him back. And yeah, they get the secondary kill. RC Assassin.
You know you have a bad day when you use your dust and suddenly there's 2 invis heroes right next to you. It's like, oh crap.
Wait a second. Oh, you're on Phantom Lance. I was thinking about fighting up against Zeus, but that's a bad idea. Facts? Ooh, he gets him.
Just gets him, yeah. Had to double ganger. Didn't use it.
No. Expect he'd be able to catch him, but it's a Zeus. He's a god.
Oh, here comes the tower push. This, and 3 skeletons top, 2 catapults, and 1 push.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, this tower's dead. Look to lay it and yeah, looking to maybe trade in mid. Don't have to do ultimate, but they do have a nice little stun to work with. For now, it's only this tanking here, Zeus. Yeah, they're smelling that something's amiss. So Zeus already out, tanking with nice little burst strike.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. I just project this Kling's going off the charts anytime soon. Like he's about to finish up Medallion. He probably wants to run into the Desolator afterwards because he has really good targets with the physical damage.
Yeah.
Like Doom, great target. Elder Titan, great target. Same with the PL. He will do so much damage to him.
Yeah. This is the timing for them to start grouping up. Use the Klings as he sees Dark Soul. There's no Scorched Earth going actually, but that sort of defines a lot of regions still left. Use with the ultimate, starting off just a little bit of damage, and yeah, I wasn't even worried. Like he had more than enough. Yeah, this is what you can do all the time. Chopper has Vanguard. He's very hard to kill unless you throw everything at him, which you're doing right now, but might still not be enough. He's still alive. The burst strike from RC Assassin Epicenter being channeled up to get both of these kills. Don't go on the bristle back like that. Don't go on the back of the bristles with the bristles. Oh god.
Bad idea.
God. Oh god, no, not again. Good. Probably saying that in his head to his enemy.
Top, face boots up.
One down.
Gets the Doom.
It's a little bit more, though he's not faster
Too
actually
fast,
with the Scorched Earth, only with the face boots. gets
Dusted? Check. Doomed?
he gets
Check.
the Infernal
Still
Blade
runs
off.
faster.
That's not straight off the mark.
That one sidestep! That was... Wow. I'm fairly sure it wasn't intentional. Is eventually gets the sentry, but nope, not in time again.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Gets out.
Like, all of these Sunstrike, they were just off the mark. Like that was the first time of Anguish.
That should have hit on the Sunstrike. Like,
Yeah.
that should have 100% hit on the Sunstrike. Like, that was one lucky sidestep by the Klingsk.
That's all skill, dude. All skill. And yeah, this regional rune is also skill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Finding that
attack.
out, Zeus will be happy about it.
Oh, I think they gave it.
Or perhaps
give it to
Psyche. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's better.
Dire's top tower.
Does
is
that
under
smoke or
attack.
something to work with?
He's just running back.
Oh. They should really keep the pace up. They should not allow for this push to really continue, and that's exactly what Chopper is steeping in.
Bizzle Black, the hero that can with some farm TP against 4 heroes on the lane and still be fine, no matter what.
Yeah. Right, Invoker's still farming though. Still quite a ways away.
Yeah,
with
but-
that
Dire's
Agnum
bottom
Scepter.
tower
But
is
once he
under
gets that, things get a little bit more dicey. Phantom Lancer also continuing to farm, not easily, not quickly.
Radiant are
Oh,
scared.
Vanquish.
This very slow time is still ticking. Daiki wants to get the Invoker, but without detection, PvP Walk can help turn things around. Dark Soul, much easier kill to get. Especially with a follow-up Burst Strike here. Disarm trying to help, but only... Oh. Keeps trying.
Would have been a nice kill if he gets it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Klingsk is going, or will be going to the Orchid, and he has quite the massive farm. He's not the top on the network chart. That still belongs to the Invoker, but he's doing way better than the PL. PL is like, oh, he's on par with the Bristle. Have to recover. But yeah, the moment he gets that Orchid, he just forced the Invoker into the Yules.
Go down bottom here. That's the last spell from the Invoker. Out of mana now. EMP after the storm. That wasn't in this Elder Titan setting that one up. They could not have expected, and as a result, Senjin gets the Ultra off. Still killing. Still dies first, but Burst Strike from the side. Arcee Assassin then actually leave. They're setting up for Daiki. On stealthy and stealing all of these kills.
Yeah, he's gonna get a free tower as well. More money.
Middle tower is under attack.
Don't worry, he's not fed. He's just big boned,
Has fallen.
right?
Please. Missed the last hit though, so bones are probably not big enough just yet. Max out the strafe over the Searing Arrows. That spell got buffed a couple of times as well, didn't it? Like, you dodge projectiles
Yeah,
without
it's-
limits now. This is crazy.
Strafe is absolutely crazy. Like, it used to have this small little frame you can dodge with, and it just buffed it out. Nice one.
Okay.
It's just-
I see a dead man on my screen. Haha. Haha, you get it? His name is Deadman. And he's the dead man.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay,
Really funny.
just want to make sure.
Very funny.
But yeah, I mean, it's almost like Windrun, except you also have a bit of focus fire in the middle of that for
Radiant's
3.5
middle
seconds.
tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh yeah, there we go. Last T1 will fall, and again, this is that timing. This is where they're extremely strong.
Radiant's middle tower
And
has
oh,
fallen.
Doom up top. No way to initiate. No Blink Dagger just yet on Stanking. He's gotten pretty close for these last couple of towers going down. The kills he's been able to snack. Not quite there just yet, but they have the Troll Warlord stunned. Nice. Turns around. Chen just baiting in and out. The epicenter, yeah, it's not gonna work. Plenty of lockdown, but he's baiting on the field spots. Like, didn't get the Venge. Doom on the Zeus, but Dark Soul way too deep.
Dire's
For
top
one
tower
trade at
is
the end of the
under
day with a couple of spells forced out from either side.
Yeah, at this point, you just have to Doom the Chen. Because this will keep happening every time. Like, Doom the Chen or just get rid of him, but how do you get rid of him? You have nobody who jumps on him. Like, you don't even have to Blink Dagger on anyone. Like, Doom would profit from one. Same goes to someone like the L Titan to finally finish up a 4-staff to get something on the board. It's going for the Void Stone, so most likely into the Evil Scepter, but you don't have any tool of initiation whatsoever, and then you just run into Assassin or the Sand King, who's doing quite good, and now he has the Blink Dagger himself, so he's one step ahead.
Yeah. Oh man. This is not boding well. If you look at the network, Invoker is still top, but it doesn't really matter just yet. He needs a lot more items. Even beyond that Agnum Scepter. And a lot more levels for that matter, like he's only 13. You really want to be 1 or 2 levels ahead of everyone else on the map, but right now he isn't. Because of all these fights that they've been forced to take already. Quite haven't feel late either. This Sunstrike though will connect together with a Stomp, so Zeus actually in a lot of trouble here. And he will die into another lance. Now, for some chopper, nice little double burst strike though, buying some extra time. Now, Quill Sprays starting to stack up. Gotta watch out for this one here. Get away from Chopper, so far so good, and there's Daiki coming in. Nice little Stomp in, they do bring down Bristleback, but can they stop the right-click damage? You can. Daiki with a double kill. That's the third one, nice little dodge from the doppelganger. But can you get out of here? Oh, you can't. Triple kill, the long attack range. Helping out the burst strike off the mark, I think. The Sunstrike. Oh, once again! So close! Now, another blink in a couple of seconds. Don't even need it, Daiki. Oh, maybe they do. But maybe they don't. Burst strike long enough for Daiki to secure an ultra kill. After Zeus wasn't even a part of that. Chopper, not for a long time either. This was just Klings having completely free reign in this fight.
This is just Klings running completely out of control. You're absolutely correct. Well, he hit one.
Close.
Oh, they might even put a sentry down. Yeah.
Yeah, the replay was going, but for the record, I caught that kill 100%. Caught this one too. There's a double for Vanquish.
Thanks, production. We can finally blame production for something.
A pretty straightforward one here with the combo on the Chen walking by.
And all the one-man show, unlike certain other games. But yeah, we have the best production. Yeah. Finally gets a kill with the Sunstrike. We'll get to the blink now. This is what I was talking about. Like, Doom can no longer provide this initiation tool, so it has to be the Invoker. Well, you got bashed by Roche, my friend.
That's Titan now. We're sitting close to max health, but he's just gonna die to 3 hits in the Orchid.
Man, this is frustrating. Roche ran out of the pit because of the Zeus ultimate, and then Elder Titan got bashed over here and got killed by the Klings. How unlucky can you be? That's like just mean. I mean, maybe it was Zeus's plan all along, but...
Well, once again, game is game. Just happens. Daiki. This would be a big kill if they could get it. Smoking close. Across the tree line. But the Doom comes out with sort of seeing this. He should be able to walk it off. Starts the assassin also. Just sacrificing himself. Very quick with the ultimate, so putting that on cooldown time and time again. Probably not the best idea. His death time isn't all that long.
Orchid have been running so much money to work with. Just hit level 15, so extra damage on the Searing Amulets is up and running.
Yeah.
It's even level 3 at this point. He's level 15, and he doesn't have it maxed out. And yeah, that's a dead man. Ouch. They're gonna spot at the walls as well.
Oh, gotta be careful. You don't have a mana style Phantom Lancer, so if you get Orchid it, you're very much dead. Instead, they focus on the Doom. Look at every one of these right clicks hitting like a truck and a half, and that Sunstrike almost enough to kill them. The Klings. Fourth Spirit really having high hopes, but
yeah, 2 armor on the Doom with the Bristleback, applying with the new Vicious Nasal Goo. I hate that spell name. Viscous? Vicious?
Vicious is something else.
God damn it! Consistency in your language. God damn it! I hate English. But yeah, mine is too bad.
German then.
No. No, we don't go there. Come on, you told me to not talk stuff about CSGO. We're not starting with the German discussion. We will not have the German question here, but man.
So far, you're the only one who's trash talking everything that I bring up. That doesn't have to do with Dota, so.
Oh, that's because you only bring up trash.
Double down on that. Oh wow, this is just almost borderline, yeah. But hey, it's your career.
What career. But yeah, Daiki TPing back home, has the Orchid finished up. He's going for the BKB next. I would have liked to see actually like the Bloodthorn, but or even the Nullifier, just to make sure you can lock down his PL. Just imagine if he gets that Nullifier, then you're screwed. Invoker, screwed. PL, screwed. Nothing you can do. There's no Lincolns even near on one of them. I understand the BKB.
Yeah,
but
at the same time, at this point, they're screwed anyway, right? So Klinks, he's thinking about how he can lose the game, how he can die himself. He isn't worried about killing people. Like Orchid and Medallion at this point, more than enough for anyone they find. So the question becomes, hey, the only way I don't kill people is if I die myself, and the only way I die myself is if I get bursted down by like vengeful stuns and Spirit Land's not even that because it's only 1 point into it, but mostly the Storms, the Doom not necessarily because BKB also doesn't help you against that, but mostly the Invoker, right? He has an axe, he has a lot of spells to throw.
So you're saying is he doesn't want more control, he just does not want to longer only merrily avoiding decapitation here?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a BKB, you press it, you're invincible, and you can stay in the middle of these fights without having to worry about anything. At this point, even if you're doomed.
Nope.
I mean, I guess you're not doing as much damage with the searing arrows if you're doomed. So, so yeah. Long story short, if he's BKB'd and not doomed, he'll kill everyone in the middle of these team fights, and he can be in these team fights from the beginning instead of just waiting until all of the spells have been used on somebody else.
Alright, game resumed. Daiki on the hunt once more.
Yeah.
To the jungle. God damn it. Yeah, I guess.
Jungle creeps.
Ganked him good. Actually, quite surprised he hasn't upgraded to the Solar Crest yet, because that would help him at least a little bit against the hits from Invoker. But 30 armor, anyways. I guess.
I made that same argument that can be applied to Solar Crest as well as Bloodthorn, as well as Nullifier. Like, it's not necessary. And would not really be enough to keep
Invoker.
The right clicks are not the issue. It's control.
He has no invis.
Case in point.
Joke's on you!
There's the Stomp though, Earth Splitter. Where's the damage actually? Oh, he just dies to freaking Orchid. Alright. That was a bit awkward. This should not happen. There were 3 people catching him out.
I can tell you what happened.
It was and the sun strikes and everything. Like.
So what happened is he tried to stun Daiki, but he had the Strafe running, and as you know, Strafe actually dodges all projectiles.
Oh yeah.
And you know what Venge has? A projectile stun, and he dodged the entire magic missile.
Feels bad, man.
Using the hero to its full potential. It's actually quite good. I haven't think about it. Like you also have the PL you can dodge with this.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Doesn't work on anything else, but wait, would it technically work on a Doom? It should work if the Doom gets a net, right? That should work with dodge. Yeah, I'm fairly sure the root does not apply. It's a separate fact.
Yeah. Well, he does survive. Gets a few kills, and the momentum is just building more and more. Like if they just let a big opportunity slip past, and this is really on them. It's a big waste of a potential kill there, if you will.
So blind on him up. They have one ward in the mid lane, which should be spotting out. Yeah, that spotted the ward over here from the Dire. But besides that, their warding is not on point. Like, this ward over here is fairly useless against the Roach. Like, this one over here doesn't give you any good vision. So, I don't know.
They do EMP in a couple of people, but Burst Strike on a few more. Yeah, RT Assassin just running interference. It's all you need to do. Get good. Pressing his spells before it gets doomed up. Where the hell is the things? He's to the side. Orchiding up the Phantom Lancer, but just a mana to work with. He might actually be able to make it out. Not enough, and there it is. Aegis down already. But they make it happen a second time. The Stomp.
They missed it.
So it's what, a 1-for-1 trade with the Aegis going down, Doom expended on the Zeus. This is still an opportunity where they can fight.
I don't think so, to be honest. There's so much armor on this Klings. You expand it so much. Your Venge is low on the count. Your Invoker has lots of spells and cooldown.
I mean, Dagger can fight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Dagger can run over them. You're right.
Yeah. Never fresh Klings. No Doom to worry about for the Zeus.
And BKB up.
Just Shrine up, and yeah, that's a big one. So far, they're just still consolidating. Everyone's back alive, and well, they're willing to fight into the Elder Titan Invoker combo once again. Just yet, I don't know. Maybe do you think the strategy as far as tanking is concerned? Like RC suddenly just dives in head first, barely keeping himself alive, but most often he's just straight up dying, which means there's no follow-up secondary or tertiary burst strikes coming in. Alright, that's a Nimbus scan off the mark. There's a BKB though, Sun directing away on Dark Soul. He's the first one to fall, Vanquish with the TP out, nothing to cancel it.
No stun life, but yeah, that's a kill on a Doom. Like, that was not an easy kill with the pipe whatsoever, but Klings just made it look good.
That's next
like,
one.
oh, that should be a free one. Nice.
Such a
smart
fun
play. Super smart play, but he yeah. Oh, just leave him to die. Yeah, he just. Oh wait, no, he has raindrop.
Yeah, you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Why are you standing still? I don't think he realized it himself
Yeah.
until the last second. Like, wait a second.
All right, but the pressure's on. An extra catapult. And
Regeneration.
I actually want to push though. Like, I feel like they should, without the Doom available, but that just came off cooldown. So now you have to look for a pickoff.
Oh, they have a
Make
Sun
sure that
King.
they also circle back. Oh, there it is. Blink Burst Strike. Well, no instant follow up on the Invoker. Just trying to bait on spells. Sending Chopper first. Like, he is Vanguard. He is the one holding on the Solar Crest, as well as the pipe.
Under attack.
He's very hard to kill indeed without any sort of Silver Edge.
There's a Doom, but Doom can't get in position. There's still no Blink Deck on him. It's only the PL on the high ground.
Go on him instead of the PL. That's a big old stomp at the Ursula though. I'm catching the Klings since everyone else was walking up. Klings is still absolutely fine.
Is under attack.
Plenty of armor to work with, and still matter resistance.
PL, stop trying!
Oh, Vanquish. An AoE combo, but using up with the chopper as well. PL, well, get good, just stand back. He's absolutely fine. And Klings still holding on to the BKB for as long as he possibly can. Epicenter being channeled up. So Vanquish, did I actually see him? They do not have dust or gem or anything by the looks of it. That's a big oversight, actually. Only had a couple of sentries to place down.
Yeah, no Zeus eats the spell. No Nimbus up, no ultimate. So, 12k gold lead, they got the tower, but really slow, not really heavily sustained push by them.
Seems like if they go for different targets, like Klings, he did see the Phantom Lancer when he was up on the high ground. Maybe thought it wasn't the real one or something, but if you orchid him, does he have Meta Style? Not yet, so if you orchid him, you can probably kill him off.
Yeah, Nimbus in 15, same with the ultimate.
The way you want to face this missile back, but there's no immediate follow-up.
Structures are fortified.
These upper misses. 5 in a row, and then comes the fortification. Okay then.
Never mind, we'll try again.
What was the percentage on that one again?
32%.
Ouch.
One out of 3 for every hit, so yeah. Well, that's the MP, it's just gonna tank it. No more mana for the Klings for a while. So no orchids, not a lot of arrows until he healed it up. Look at this. Everything being dropped on the Bristleback, but hey, he's back home. Yeah, well, the lack of mana on a lot of the heroes, not just the Klings, but also the Zeus, meant that they couldn't really keep it going. Just poking and prodding. Baiting out spells, gonna kill here and there. They're taking their sweet time. But at the same time, they're slowing down the progression from wasted potential. So how much does it really matter? I mean, And it starts online now for the Phantom Lancer, and this is where we want to look towards the Nullifier or the Hex. It also works.
Yeah, and Bone is going to look for the Sheepstick next, which is... I feel like the moment he gets Sheepstick, nobody can approach him. Because you're just going to get hexed on the PL. You already have no tools against him, that is, because your illusions can't really hurt him. He just goes in and goes away. Yes, it's a stalemate between them because they can't kill each other, but the Sheepstick will change this.
Look at this as well. The rune of many winds. Actually, all the crazy and clicks because most of his damage is coming from the searing arrows. It's basically like you have 2 searing arrows now with extra 100 damage or so. Try and bait out on Shepherd. It's a lot of damage being done as it turns around for a second. There it is. Tornado, EMP, but BKB comes out muted. He's doomed, but he's still hitting quite a bit. Deadman almost dead here with a Sunstrike coming in. Still trying to deal with the Bristleback. Well, well, they're sending him back now. But quite as devastating as it could have been. The Doom, just preventing the zero arrows and the extra orcas and whatnot. But that was still alright.
Yeah, that wasn't a right fight. Like, on the Klings, you don't want to send him back, so he's a good Doom target. I feel like you either Doom Zeus if you think you can bring down the Klings, otherwise you go for Klings or Chen. If you get Chen out of the fight, he's doing so much already on Senjin. It's like, again, every game we see Senjin, he's just making all the plays in the world, and the Assassin and Archie just living team fight. Like, they have to so well nailed down, and I know that this makes playing core look pretty easy, to be honest.
Now send Zeus back in more top. Get rid of this push here with the catapults and the forge bow. It's gonna do a decent amount of damage to the tower. But when he's ready, when they want to push high ground, they can very easily have him TP down. Chen even sent his catapult back to heal up because it was kind of low.
Priorities? It's a catapult. Come on.
Back to him. That's also something that Zeus can TP to if he wants. As Chopper, well, he's gonna lose a lot of his mana. His mana burn. One of the better ways to deal with a Bristleback. So far, so good. Ice Ball already on cooldown as well. So again, just waiting for an opportunity. To deal with storms, have to deal with Invoker spells. No Doom for another 35 seconds. So there is that opening to work with. If they can just get a creeper to the high ground.
That is pretty hard against Elder Titan with the Venge.
Bit of an issue in itself.
Oh, you mistimed it actually. Yeah, fortification. Now they want to. Oh, this is for the mid. But, well, now they're breaking it up, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I'm
good time
pretty
to
sure
go.
Bristol-
Push is mid. No Phantom Lancer.
Chopper can just run up there.
Yeah. Gonna TP back, but gotta be careful not to lose any heroes before that. Elder Titan, Scepter to defend himself. Now Phantom Lancer trying to do what he can, but he's up against Fulcrum's guard right now. Epicenter being channeled up, and on again, Elsie Assassin. We've seen it so much in this tournament. Even yesterday, not through the Senki wall, but canceling their own ultimates. Either way, they get 2 kills, and they're not even done yet. Just back completely out of mana, but he's still tanking. Daiki will use the BKB. He's not feeling too comfortable continuing it, especially now since he's tanking the entire meteor. Meatballs munching him up. That's a really good kill. Still, 2 buybacks forced out. Chopper, he's being sent back. He'll be absolutely fine. But Chen himself, not so much. It was a defense, but it was a very costly one, and they still lost the T3 tower.
Yeah, but it's a T3, but they managed to cling to the gold and they get something going their way. Like, at least something. And Invoker got a good chunk of money out of this fight. I believe what is up coming out for him. Yeah, that's the full BKB. One way to say. So BKB in the next fight, meaning he has more protection. He can play a little bit more, a little less selfish, and just actually stay in the fight. Talking about selfish, he's just solo racing here. Don't mind him.
Not sure about that one.
Yeah, that does actually pretty hard now against the new Roche. Roche does quite the amount of damage now.
Yep.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
That would be quite the objective though for Daggers to take as well. Aegis and Cheese to work with.
Arcane Rune.
Sand King stunned up, forced off away into the Nimbus. No reflection at the ready. Now the Nimbus, Zeus ultimate. Swirling them down here. Vanquish force pop the VKB. They will finish the skill on the Sand King. But Will they lose anything in return? Zeus got the TP out. Chopper, he's now the front line, but he does not have anyone else on the back until Clinks TPing in, but everyone else already scattering.
They will have their own doom pretty soon though. Nullifier is up and running, and about 200 gold. He has the Orchid as well and the BKB, meaning Invoker might have a really bad time against his Clinks. And I really like it on Clinks because he's so highly mobile. If you take the initiative, if you have that Nullifier and you put it in melee range, you're not affected by the projectile speed, which usually allows you to like still pop a BKB when you see it approaching. And then it's like, I mean, yeah, it's only a 13-second cooldown, which is fairly crazy for a Nullifier, but yeah, not freebie.
That is.
That's literally just a creep at this point for him.
Poor Mensch. 1500 gold. Only boots and the one. Now Roche with that hero being down. That's the other thing, right? You have Solar Crest as well. Solar Crest and Medallion. If you leave one, if you don't upgrade both of them, they do stack together.
Yeah, and that is pretty strong. I think that's one of the things they will nerf in the future. There's a Doom Top on the Zeus, but he's just making space for this Rage round.
Gets the TP out. Zeus has buyback if necessary. But,
Aegis. Bristle, actually.
That's, I'm not sure about this one actually. You could have used the cheese much better. Because getting rid of his mana and he's useless. Whereas he's not really going to die. Epicenter big channel though. This time they get it down with a Burst Strike onto the Phantom Lancer. Still get the tower and the stuff follow up again. Oh, they can't counter TP. They do find Doom, so that's what the Clinks was up to.
Yeah.
We just need a Clinks cam at this point, don't we?
Clinks cam. The boner cam.
A small little window on the edge. We just see the Clinks walking around. It's an easy way to not miss any kills because they're so fast time and time again. And he's very self-sufficient. Like he doesn't need any help for these kills at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think Nullifier is a little bit too strong. It's arguably one of the best items. It is fairly expensive, but it gives you so much. 13 seconds cooldown is just insane.
Yeah.
Like, for the fact that it mutes for 5 seconds, like if you have anything on top of that and just phase in and out of the fight, you might use it 2 or 3 times in a normal team fight. I feel like that is a little bit too strong. Like maybe up into like, I don't know, 17, 18, match it up with the Orchid. That kind of era would be a little bit more fair.
Maybe. It wouldn't really change anything with Clinks. Like if you want to go for easy kills, you need to wait for the Orchid anyway. So. But yeah, bit of a daring push. I want to call it a desperation push, but trying to get something on the map here. We'll lose their own T2 fort, so in that sense, seeing how they're behind, this is
that would be a good trade.
Good move. Yeah, it's a really good trade if they get this tier 3 now for free. No one's in position to defend this at all.
Dude. Are we doing this again?
Side, he's... Ouch. Big old Cataclysm, but not doing anything. So now TPing back. They've already lost the Rax, so they need to get a few extra kills, but might not be able to. Phantom Lancer TPing out to the side, BKB invis TP. Not getting everyone else in return, so this is not good for Dagger Nation. They came out worse in this trade, especially since they lose Vengeance.
I'm trying to find out why the Cataclysm did no damage.
Yeah. Too many creeps.
Like, there was some creeps, but they literally took 0 damage in that. That's why I'm a little bit scared. Like, my first thought was there was like was an Aeon Disc on the Invoker, but there is none. Because there was absolutely 0 damage.
And
there was no pipe.
Afterwards, so maybe that was part of it.
No, it was like no mech, no pipe. Weird. No channel either. Wait, I could find out. I'm gonna look that up later.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
There certainly was a mech. I know that much, but regardless.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
Still gotta be a bit more careful about the kind of trades that they take. Unless they are actually taking mega creeps, they cannot afford can afford to waste its potential to go high ground like that again.
Yeah, they
by breaking out. Oh, no BKB just yet, so Tornado will delay his kill. Might even save Dark Soul and will be successful.
Have to back off of this. This is not good. That's the last thing we wanted. Look at top. Still some extra damage on the tower. PL is still up and running. And he doesn't really fear the Zeus this much. Yes, he's gonna get some chip damage done on the tower. And then he backs off.
Just can't lock him down, but no, lockdown is on bottom. Chopper, they just ignore him. Got this arm off on the Klings, the Doom on the Sand King, but his arm's lasting for so long. The Stomp, no more BKBs. Can he get the cheese off? Might not have to just yet. But follow up route. Waiting for it. Chopper in the middle, and now Zeus coming in. Cheese. Daiki. Still no BKB though, so he will be right click down in the end, even though the two Nimbuses are providing covering fire. Dark Soul blinking across just in time. And yeah, I mean, Chopper, you should have had the chase. I think they realize the same thing now. He's just running around without mana, not being able to do anything in this fight.
Yeah, they screwed that up. But small Vanquish gets a free kill potentially on the Chen. Yep, either one.
Defensive swap just in case. Just stacking up the close praise just a little bit. Yeah, they might still not kill Chopper here.
Yeah, welcome to Bristle. Or welcome to PL without damage items. No mana on the enemy equals no damage.
He's just walking it off. Literally no damage to the Crimson God passive block. Oh, nice stomp though. Just as the Aegis expires, so didn't get too much health back. Or mana for that matter. And guess what? Vanquish is up top. There's no buyback on Zeus. Daiki doesn't want to use it. But it might have to here if they hold on to this Rax. That's the assassin. I mean, there's big burst strike, but no follow-up damage. Chopper is bleeding out of mana again. He's a melee creep.
Yeah, they're both out of mana. They can't even stop this now.
No. You can't. Maxwell coming in. That's an easy kill on Sanking. It's buyback too. And it's holding on until Chen, as well as mostly the Kings comes back, and this is all so odd to me.
Suddenly, one full Rackstein, meaty at bottom is gone for the count, and they only claim the T3 themselves. So, dead men. Oh, that had to hurt.
Yeah. Right. So at this point, the Klings, they keep killing the Doom and the Venge very quickly, but at this point that's not enough. You need to kill Invoker. He only has a BKB for defense, so if you nullify him, he's easy meat. Or you need to kill the Phantom Lancer, which is perhaps a bit harder just because he has a decent amount of armor, to say the least, and Heart of the Rest. So a lot of effective HP against some physical damage, even with the minus armor that they do have to work with. So I think Invoker is the big target.
Invoker is the big target, yeah. Like, PL, you pretty much ignore him at this point. He's gonna let your team completely be out of mana after 20 seconds, but do you need mana? You have a Bristleback, you still hit buildings, right? They can't kill you. Like, Elder Titan is a nuisance at this point, same goes with the Doom. Talking a bit about.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do extra damage to Zeus, he is still taking out quite a bit. And will be sent back just in case. Dark Soul, get him in return. I mean, there's plenty of calls helping him out, and now Senjin. He is dead. Yep, a bit too timid. Going for the Doom. They'll get that kill. Just waiting to reset. 10 seconds.
Why did he go for the Doom?
He's not feeling comfortable. He's too scared to go outside, I guess.
Yeah, but
I don't think he can afford to be, but he is.
I just feel like he was right next to the Invoker and didn't actually go for the kill, but it was a fairly easy one.
Yeah, he had the BKB too to protect himself, so it would be fine.
Dire's top shrine has
Yeah, I mean, letting this go and get away from them, even though they didn't really have to.
Radiant are scanning.
Alright. Next Roche is the answer, but that won't respawn for a while. See where is he at? I mean, he has Refresher, we've seen that before, like the double Nimbus. Perhaps triple Nimbus if they do get the next Roche. Would be the third one.
Triple Nimbus. Wow.
Did also go for a stun duration? He did.
Yeah, this is always a tough choice. Like, the stun duration is arguably really good because if you go for the refresher anyways, but 50% cooldown reduction on top if you maybe get an Octarine, the cooldowns just are so crazy low. Like it's gonna go down to like 21 seconds or something on the Nimbus, which is just insane.
Shrine is under attack.
Just a bit redonkulous, if you will. Yeah, that's all for that. It was very scared there. Vanquish. Just a TP in from the bristleback. Not even completed, just baited out. He was thinking that now maybe things talking me too about to combo me. So can't really fault him for that BKB.
You know, gotta get that cooldown low, right? Oh wait!
Never mind, yeah. I think it was 5 seconds anyway, so...
Yeah, it was. 52 seconds cooldown anyways with the Octarine. And just the old BKB with the low cooldown. It was so cool. And now it's just like, yeah.
Alright. Quick pause. Time to breathe. We were talking about this in our draft. Late game is certainly favored towards the Invoker and the Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, Klinks no longer has the guts to really go in against up them. Because you have a Nullifier, you have the Orchid, but even then, if you don't hit everything perfectly and the BKB, and like everything has to go pitch perfect for him or he loses.
Yeah.
And when you lose on the Klinks, where's the damage output? I guess you have a Bristle. Yeah, good luck with that.
Everything else has to come from the Zeus, but he doesn't have many defensive items himself, so if he gets gone on by the Phantom Lancer, he's just straight up dead. And guess what? There also is a Silver Edge now on the PL for the Bristleback, so they can even kill him now. Unless he Lotus Orbs it off, I guess that also works.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons he actually went for it. Down and Cold Snap. Pretty good against the Venge too, actually. He can protect his bound for quite a while. Alright, we have a go.
Alright. Thank you. What you gonna do? The Cataclysm just for zoning. He's using that on cooldown just to... not zoning, but scouting. He's using that on cooldown, while Zeus is basically using his own ultimate for the similar purpose whenever he wants to. There we go. Seeing, hey, can I actually go for this kill? Or is the support available here in the bottom lane? And yeah, he's giving that information, but oh god, that fight. Didn't think that he would stick around. Deadman will give his own life for it. The BKB forced out. Elder Titan, there's the second one. That's a gem on the deck too. Pretty big kill. The boy back forced out. Good series of events. Dark Soul and Phantom Lancer still sitting around on the side though.
Blink Doom is up. Finds the Chen. Just kill him already.
Now they get him. Oh, double burst strike though. Can it turn us around? Daiki. There it is, an Orchid, but no Nullify. He's muted. Couldn't get it off. He's doomed and he is dead. Phantom Lancer now dodging that control means that he is completely free range of the fight. Senjin dead. Already buyback from Klings here. They want to try and make it work with the Doom on cooldown. Senjin coming back into the fray as well as Bristleback buys time. Stand up, Lotus Orb broken, but not anymore. He will still die. No one actually walking in to help him. It's looking more and more like a game 3 bottom.
Yeah, again, with this PL on the board, I feel like there's not much you can actually do. This will just the end when they lose at least another T3 and the right drags. Oh, the Invoker!
He's dead. Finally, they find the target for a Shrek and Phantom Lancer. Can they find the real one though? Can they bring him down? Daiki, he cannot afford to die. Yes, it does, but he's already out. Same for the Phantom Lancer here. They're still chasing him down. Mind Summer gonna start to stack up. Dark Soul, massive Blink Stomp. Burst Strike, both ways. Your loads of Cataclysm. This is doing a lot of damage. No more stacking. 400 seconds. Chopper. Gonna have to walk through that Earth Splitter. He's still alive. Alright. Vanquish.
PL.
Not back just yet. Doesn't have the TP boots here. He got cancelled on 3 or something, and now Clinks. Stay alive for this one. I mean, without the Invoker, without the Phantom Lancer actually working away, yes he can, but he's still being sent back regardless. Didn't want to take any chances.
PL survived on 70 HP
man.
thanks to this mob. That would have been such a good kill to have. Like, PL is going down like butter against this Klinks. But he can only hit one of them, and I gotta say, I'm not a fan of his choice. He took the plus 4 second strafe duration on 25 instead of the multi-shot. Just imagine how insane the multi-shot would be in those fights if he stands in the center with the BKB.
Yeah.
I think that's a really big mistake not taking that. Yes, the strafe duration is nice, but eventually, what you're gonna do with it? Like, it's dispellable. You catch a tornado, it's gone.
BKB all of them out 5 seconds now, but they did force out a buyback on Invoker. If they can get him again, this game is still certainly doable. And close up, not gonna protect him enough. Like he already uses BKB for it though, and they did lose Bristleback. The break,
they're
working
gonna
big
lose
and
more.
Vanquish. Well, there's the combo. Disarm the stuns, and they get it. 125 seconds, 100
GG.
on the Bristleback, and yeah, they realize without these heroes, no way they can win any sort of fight. GG, well played, it's called. And going to game 3 after all. I did not think this was possible, but they just like they stopped playing the way they needed to when they were not defending the high ground, when they were not identifying that they need to kill Invoker at the beginning of every team fight. As a result, we see potential to keep themselves alive here in the finals.
Game 3.
Phew.
That's rare.
Yeah.
Just like yesterday. But
Gonna take a short break.
it's the same. Yeah, it's the same story again.
Yeah. Gonna take a short break, but we'll be back with the third and final game here of the Cobx Masters in Chennai in just a few moments, so don't go too far away.
10 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 3 of a best of 3 series. This is the end of the Chennai stop here, the Cobx Masters. No matter what happens here, Dagger Nation able to bounce, or starts off, let's just put it that way, start off quite well, given a one wasted potential bouncing back. Not just in the series, but also in that last game here. Daiki was kind of dominating on the Clinks, but then they basically just stopped. All of a sudden, Phantom Lancer and Invoke had a farm, and they're very hard to catch out and off guard, so they ended up taking a late game there in game number 2, and now we are here. Sand King once again, this time though on the other side.
Really screwed up. There were at least 2 dagger jokes you could have made. Oh. They sliced through the opposition. Come on, like at least something. No Dagger Nation fan service.
There's nothing else that you're good for, so I'll at least leave you the bad jokes. So you have something to say.
Okay then. Well, I guess I'm gonna take a step back then, and you're just gonna run us through draft really quick. What they're gonna pick up here, and if you say Warlock, that doesn't count.
God damn it! Of course, it's gonna be Warlock. There's still everyone else is really banned. There's still the Doom, but yeah, could still pick up both of them.
Wow, good job, Dragon Drop. You're so smart. Ah man, Warlock is so.
I would have been smart if you didn't take it away from me.
No, even then, it's just you say Warlock because Warlock isn't banned. That is so easy.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Doesn't make it any less wrong of a prediction, does it?
5 seconds remaining.
What if they go back to the Underlord or something silly like that? Or the line even. Haven't seen any line yet from Senjin. I mean, he's been pretty strong on the other heroes that he's played, but kind of want to see that that's Demon Witch again.
Demon Witch?
Yeah.
Demon Witch? Oh no.
That's what he is. Lion the Demon Witch, unless I misremember. Let's take a look at the lore here.
What did you say? Is Demon Witch? I'm not quite sure. Like, the first thing that comes to mind when somebody says Demon Witch would be Willow, but that's a fairy.
Lion biography. Once a Grandmaster of the Demon Witch tradition of sorcery, yada yada yada.
Alright, I guess.
It's all there in the client. It's canon.
So
I'm right. I'm taking quite a lot of time, though, to settle on anything at this point.
Yeah, and then they're gonna pick the Doom.
Or the Beastmaster. I haven't seen that hero. Either of these teams for the entire tournament, I do believe. Ways of Potential didn't pick it up. Dagger Nation didn't.
What else didn't we see at all yet? Haven't seen a good Phoenix yet, did we?
No.
Well, that's a new one. No, it's not the first. Not the first. We had one Earthshaker before.
Yeah.
That was
not from these teams, though.
Yeah, I believe that wasn't Pune. I'm not quite sure, but we had an Earthshaker.
Oh yeah, for the entire series, I'm sure, but
oh yeah,
not for these teams, for Chennai anyway.
But hey, it's lots of team fight right off the bat.
Oh yeah.
Earthshaker and Warlock together. I'm gonna see how Ways of Potential kind of tonight. I would love to just see this Doom pick up straight away because already 1.5 good targets. Warlock is perfect. If you Doom the Warlock in the fight, they will back off. They will not fight into this because that's just not something you do. Like, Doom will not go down in one hit unless he's super underfarmed. Just getting this Warlock sniped out is so important. They did decide to go for the Night Stalk in the end. That is a good compromise, I guess, if you want to run Sand King Night Stalker as your duo offlane. But yep. I would have loved to see the Doom instead.
Yeah, Night Stalker gets online a little bit earlier if you have just a few levels. And in the sense of shutting down the Warlock, he can work in a similar or even arguably easier way because that Night Stalker silence is not nearly as long of a cooldown, but it's just as effective against the Warlock, who will most likely not be able to get any sort of defense against that up and running. And with the extra vision advantage, flying across, like you start the fight, pressing your Hunter and Knight, you fly, you see the Warlock, oh yeah, you're silenced, good luck. And that's all you
10
really need to do
seconds
to help
remaining.
secure that.
Yeah, I think Night Stalker works just as fine. He's just a little bit... I'm not a fan of Night Stalker because I feel like he doesn't have as much impact early on anymore. Like, he now really needs somebody on his line instead of like being okay after getting let into the first night. But he struggles so much once the first night is over.
But that's the meta anyway, isn't it? Just running dual lanes, so
Dire team ban.
it's not like you're gimping yourself too much with that.
I haven't seen an Ember yet. I would like to see that.
Have you not? Oh, we haven't.
No, not that I'm aware of.
No.
It's some Embers in other regions, but
Oh yeah, I remember you saying a lot. Oh, I really like to see the Ember here. That's why it
Radiant
comes to
team
mind.
Radiant
and then nobody picks it up,
Nobody
even though it
did,
was a
yeah.
perfect pick.
They'd rather go for Invokers, who's just completely out of the meta for the higher levels of play these days. But not around here.
Death Prophet
Quite
ban, Invoker ban, Morph ban.
Like if there's any game for a Phoenix, this would be a pretty decent one. Like you have the Warlock and
10
Earthshaker to protect the
seconds
egg,
remaining.
and it turns it into daytime now, which
team
is a great counter to Night Stalker. Which,
Underlord is good as well.
Yeah.
I think they want to go towards the Gyrocopter with the lineup. Their bans suggested, as well as having a massive amount of teamfight already. Flag Cannon together with the Warlock Fatal Bonds is amazing. And you banned out the morphing straight away so to not dislike the wave. Shadow Shaman. Interesting. Is this the Jerk Shadow Shaman once more?
Mm-hmm. I mean, a lot of extra lockdown, a lot of single target though, which is what I'm a bit worried about now in the face of all of this team fight that Dagger Nation brings to the table. But if you're
10
quick enough on
seconds
your
remaining.
with your fingers, and if you're in the right position, like
5
you
seconds
can be
remaining.
the combo breaker for the Earthshaker. And if you do that, all of a sudden that's a very easy kill.
True.
And a lot of the team fights basically down the drain if things line up properly for you. Night Stalker can do the same thing, sinking in a similar position too. So it's like not it's not like it's only down to the Shadow
Dire
Shaman.
team pick.
But the more single target you pick, the better. Or the more important it is that you can actually make these kind of plays. Which is why I'm a bit worried, especially now with the Lycan coming into play, and that adds the push that can ensure they can take towers on the back of team fights or just with a threat of the team fight power.
Yeah, but Lycan, it is a bold move picking him into this, right?
10
Night Stalker
seconds
is okay against him, arguably, if you get the first job on him. Sand King is okay, and Shadow Shaman is just amazing against him
Yeah.
in those fights. You can kind of clear up those wards quite easily, so it might be an incentive to go for him in the end. But this doesn't look like a lineup that really needs the Lycan to hold it all together, so I imagine this is a mid Lycan trope with a more farm-focused carry.
Radiant team
Yeah,
ban.
they have that option here, just depending on the actual matchup that's going to come out. But either way, this is not going to be the big pushing Lycan, I don't think, because then he's very susceptible to just being
Dire team
rotated
ban.
on. But if it's just the kind of, hey, I'm in the middle of a team fight, I'm going to have so many people to protect me. And like Shackles, I'm not going to be useful with this Earthshaker. He's always going to be able to cancel it with a Fissure. Warlock with a Golem, of course, if that's available. Like this, you cannot necessarily make use of all the tools that you have against Lycan if you have to fight him in a 5-on-5
seconds
situation.
remaining.
Banner the Queen of Pain.
5 seconds remaining.
What is their mid pick here? Like, if it were Lycan mid, they wouldn't ban out the Queen of Pain, because you usually just tank the dagger and you're fine because you have regen. Bloodseeker? It's not that much team fight, but might still be the Jaro actually. They can still go for it. It still looks at least okay. You have Lycan to back you up. I think you want
It's
to.
just a DK, and you're going to be very sad.
No, please, please no. I mean, it shouldn't be, right? Like,
No,
you
it
ban the
shouldn't.
Queen of Pain, like, there's no way they're going DK you. That's like banning out the puck when you want to go to DK.
I think you need something with a bit of punch. because they have a lot of teamfight control and like magic damage. But Lycan, it's the later the game goes, it can be kited just with the burst strikes if nothing else, and you need someone else that can actually finish off these heroes reliably. You can't just rely on Lycan to run around after everybody, even though it's pretty fast, but you can only hit one person at a time.
We should see Lina here.
Yeah.
Lina is an option.
For both teams, actually.
If you want to do it on wasted potential, you could go for the Brute Mother now. It is a bit greedy because there's an Earthshaker, and that's a classic counter everybody talks about. But I feel like if you get a Brute and you just fully focus on armor with the Troll, you will be able to end this game sub 22 minutes.
Yeah.
There's not that much deep push on Dagger Nation whatsoever. Lycan is absolutely helpless against her.
I wonder if they're thinking about the Templar Assassin again. And that was the last pick in the second game yesterday.
That's
also
not bad
after
as well.
Troll Warlord. So there's quite a bit of damage over time, just with basically just the Underlord, actually, because Shadow Word, yeah, but it takes a while to tick. Lycan with all the summons, I guess it's something to worry about, but if you want to be the one to dictate the pace of the game, you might be able to.
Oh god damn it.
They get the Dragon Knight instead. Alright.
Alright, yeah, I can see that. They have a Troll. It's reasonable. They have lots of pushing power now.
Let's go Viper! Alright.
No. Please. I don't know. Something fancy for mid lane.
10 seconds.
Beastmaster.
Still don't hate the Lina here, honestly.
Yeah, Lina can work, but
5 seconds remaining.
yeah, Lina is the obvious choice. But I still like the Beastmaster now. Oh, it is Bloodseeker. They do go for it. Wow.
Damn.
Did not expect that, and yeah, not after the DK, but I guess that limits them quite a lot. Like nobody can chase Lycan now.
But who can the Bloodseeker kill? Like I don't think you man fight a Troll or a Dragon Knight necessarily.
It's not about man fighting, it's really just providing controls there. Earthshaker has a stun follow up. Warlock, you force them to stay in the silence. If you silence up the Troll, you can man fight him. Like, you will force out BKBs and whatnot. I think they want to hit that timing before the Troll or the DK gets to the BKB. Well, they're doing pretty good with their lineup if it comes to that. Lycan can take control of early tires. Same goes with the Earthshaker, just being able to hold off the waves very early on, making sure they have the levels to work with. I think this can work.
Alright.
And Bloodseeker is the perfect name to your new favorite quote. Why is Dota? Game is game.
Oh well, it's still weird to me that Valve hasn't fixed that. That it actually shows the proper competitive names when it's a competitive game. Like,
yeah, just imagine in a world where developed systems would actually work.
a world where Dota 2 is out of beta.
Out of beta. Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not a problem unless people have nasty names that shouldn't be shown on stream. Sometimes
No nasty names and no big threads on Reddit, so it's not going to get fixed.
Alright. This is for all the marbles here. 10,000 extra rupees for the winner. 30k in total. 20k still for the second place, so no one's walking away empty-handed here.
30 seconds to battle.
Ideally, you want to, of course, have that first place check, and I think they do have these like big-ass checks that you normally get.
Yeah, get the biggest size one you can find.
Bit of a wraparound here, interesting one with the sanking. And oh, this is the perfect timing.
The pincer.
Senjin, power struck up, follow up with the shackles. Kind of stacking up slow a little bit though. Now with a Fisher actually blocking him off. Let's walk to the side, but now the heals, extra tango. He's actually not dying to this.
Warlock.
Cell.
Shadow Word.
If they didn't
What a
stack
spell.
up the slow on the stun, maybe they would have been able to do it regardless.
What a spell.
Batman, he's dropping super low himself. Doesn't have a stealth to work with. Forced into it immediately, Sanking already munching to some of his tangos.
How can a level 1 support or hard support just survive an onslaught of 4 heroes with 1 spell? I don't understand. Please explain. Oh, that's surviving top.
That's but going the way of Senjin and Chopper and Aussie Assassin. So hey, bit of a shared kill for a shared effort. That was a beautiful figure, kind of blocking everybody inside that firestorm.
Yeah, 270 gold. 270 gold each is actually quite huge for the team. Like
that's bugged. 270 total spread over everybody.
But it says each.
Yeah,
God damn it! Is nothing working in this game? What is working here? Can I make a Reddit thread yet? Oh, god damn it.
Let's talk about these other lanes, because Warlock stopped his efforts up top, walking down bottom, helping out the Lycan just a little bit, trying to zone out his aggressive dual lane, tanking, and they had the side pull going. So far, so good as far as the Lycan's concerned. 9 lasted for him. So is this really a lane that can put on too much pressure on the Lycan?
No.
Okay.
He's just gonna sit there, he's just gonna last it. He has Quelling Blade, like, he's gonna have that Dominator at 8 minutes, and then he just don't kill him anymore. He's already 2.5 in terms of levels, so that's all he needs. The moment he hits level 3, he's invincible for you.
Yeah, especially as long as the Warlock hangs around, and keeps an eye on the tanking at the very least. Still only at level 1, so can't even use that cost finale to throw out a little bit of extra investment. Of course, Nightstalk at daytime. At the very least, they're gonna get some levels towards SNS, which is all you're really looking for. Yeah, this damage already coming out. Oof.
Oh, they both get great region here. Both have a 5 base region on level 3. That's just insane.
It's middle lane though, when so far Bloodseeker eking out sizable advantage in terms of the last hits.
Yeah, because he can do this. Like, he just runs up to DK and does too much damage. And DK will get forced to even maybe take a 3rd point in Dragon's Blood. Or in Dragon Blood. Just because he needs that additional armor. Otherwise he just gets chunked down at the moment. The moment you lose control over the Bloodseeker lane, like, he's just gonna heal up. You can't harass him, even with soldering, even with everything. Yes, you can kinda use the Breath Fire, but yeah, then he just heals up and, well, you wasted your mana. Good job.
Well, Dungeon gonna get gone again. Shadow Word will be enough this time. It will not. It's sometimes the danger of the support when you try and walk around in this low ground area. The other offlaner can just walk up and intercept you. So a bit unfortunate.
Go top. That's very ambitious.
A lot already. Yeah.
That is a very ambitious shackle on an Underlord. With an Earthshaker behind. It's getting worse. A little skirmish bottom.
Try again. Should have been available now. It's under tower. I'm not sure about this one. He wants to get the kill and he will, but can he get out? Nighttime hitting, thankfully. He can fly and get out a little bit faster, but if nothing else, it will give a lot of speed to the Lutzig. Look at him. Vanquish is certainly not happy about him surviving at low health.
Still only 5 on the Bloodseeker, though. He can't really make a move on the Dragon Knight. I think the moment he hits 60, just ruptures him and he lets Assassin stand behind to cancel the TP, and they get a free kill on him. Yeah. There's still no point in the Dragon Tail. He did decide to go for the level 3 in Breath Fire, so level 2 in Dragon Blood, meaning the earliest he will get this done is level 8 now, unless he wants to skip the 4th point in the Breath Fire, which he should, right? Like, you need to be able to just last it with off of that against the Blood. Yeah. It's already hard enough as it is.
It's only
27 to 18.
So I don't think you can really use this stuff defensively without the ultimate anyway. Oh, the fish are actually blocking them off. Ugh, unfortunate. So, I mean, talk to me about this Earthshaker, because this is the reason that we don't really see a whole lot of him, and this is basically it's very limited impact in the early game. Like, he's been able to defend the Underlord up top until he gets his level 4 now, so he should be able to find on his own from now on. But yeah, what else can you really accomplish with just a fissure?
Yeah, he's a Wraith King with a stun in an AoE. And without the ability to farm, and yeah, he's gonna get punished here, but he has the Bloodseeker behind him. Oh, let's split it down for the count. See you in 20 seconds when you actually do something again, Earthshaker. Just...
At the very least, he scouted out that rotation, so Bloodseeker didn't have to worry about it. Vision game is something that you can at least use as an excuse, if nothing else.
Deadman with all the might of his items is rotating in the backline of the mid lane. Problem is he only has a Cloud here and not even boots, so I don't think he's gonna catch him here, or is he?
They're gonna try. Gitgo is super low, shackles, but immediately cancel.
Oh, he's so stuck.
Blocking him off. Yeah. Rupture into the left right. Yeah, Deadman is a very Deadman indeed.
Lost it.
Bloodseeker.
For the heal.
So let's be a bit careful.
Benefits of being Bloodseeker. You get a kill and you run back to base so fast, it's worth it. That's the reason they picked him. Feat without consequences.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Gonna be a bit of damage done to the tower though, with his absence.
A little bit.
Don't get it. So.
20 seconds he's gonna rupture again.
Yeah. First Deke ultimate not as successful as he would have liked it to be.
Yeah, there was that time mode was really prominent where the first Deke ult gave you time all the time, but...
Senki coming in from the side, they almost got that. If they had the follow-up stun already, would have gotten that kill. As it stands, Bloodseeker, well, needs some help from the Warlock even.
The line is pretty rough for the DK. You can see that in the last. It's 34 to 29, and that is with Bloodseeker going twice back to base. Other lanes are not looking too good either for them, because this Lycanthrope has a massive amount of farm.
Good, he's not actually getting the last hits. Almost got the kill, but Shadow Word still going. Level 2 is gonna be enough. Not Rage, but Lycanthrope has been pretty good about being nice and also just using Refire at the same time. The Rupture coming out now, those Shackles, that's the third one, revealing himself. And Underlord dies up top, knowing that there's everyone else helping out the mid lane. Rupture ends, and now Dagger, it doesn't have the damage. He's just going in up against Dark Soul, forcing rotation, another burst strike though into the Shackle. All of a sudden it's 4 heroes here with plenty of lockdown to kill him despite the Shadow Word.
And he's so fast!
Unwilling to walk in because he can be burst down himself. He might get this kill, but at what cost? He's gonna take out the damage over time. This is a bit of a disaster here for Dagger Nation.
This was the dream initiation for him, but he couldn't lock anyone down. And I mean, he has a TP. Technically, he can buy back and run him down, but now they're all region up, so... Man, that was the dream. There were 4 heroes with 10 HP, but he didn't have anything, because he couldn't get the last hits.
Again, this comes down to having 2 supports that right now are do-nothing heroes. I mean... Warlock. Oh, hey, look at me. I'm pressing my heal. This is all the impact that he has. Earthshaker did barely did anything there. That's worth talking about. So you're down with the course, but there's plenty of lockdown. There's between the burst strikes, the shackles, if there's no fissure to cancel it, and the Dragon's Tail picked up now.
Yeah, this early game should have went way better for the Bloodseeker, and I feel like there was a little bit too much emphasis on him actually getting killed. I think he should just extorted his laning pressure and just keep farming up. Like, losing a Dominator creep. We saw that. That's 200 gold. Efficiency.
Might get the kill on sinking. Follow block down, but look at this. Dark Cell. All the body blocks from the melee creeps. Yeah. 1-for-1 trade in the end. Thanking for the Earthshaker. At least Lycan is still farming.
Yeah, Lycan is farming and he has pretty good farm. He has the Dominator finished up. So he's gonna get it for the classic skip the boots, even the Browns. Just go straight to the Necronomicon and then start pushing. But he has to watch out with all these stunts around. I think he wants to pick up a BKB down the road.
That's the question, like, what is this time really going to be? It's 2 minutes until the next nighttime. This Nightstalk already looking pretty strong, halfway towards that Vitality booster for the Vanguard. So, good timing on that. Plenty of levels here already with maxed out Void. And day or night, it's still gonna be at least a hefty nuke. Something
Yeah,
that's worth
one of the
respecting.
best nukes in the game, actually. 110 mana for 335 damage on an 8-second cooldown.
Yeah.
With the move slow.
Alright. Middle lane. Second or third dragon form here, just plinking away at it.
Structures are fortified.
Second catapult, even using that the glyph. Bit of a dual help, dodging some damage on bottom, while maintaining the catapult in mid for a little while, but still not quite in the 9 range just yet, so pretty nicely done. Sometimes you really want to deny it, even if you have the chance, because of the big amount of map control that you're gonna lose, but still.
Let's talk about the troll in the room, because troll has been farming up quite efficiently. Sitting on top of the net worth and the Lancer chart, and he has some stacks to work with in the jungle. With the Mask of Madness, he should be able to just take them, and actually going for some kills here.
So they're gonna block that man in. Still managed to make it out of that Firestorm now. RC Assassin's kind of locked in between a troll and a half place.
Backfired.
Yeah.
That shook the wrong way. Chopper level 5 and gets a troll on level 10.
Hendrix gets the sun, trying to go for the TP. Get cut with the shackles. Cannot actually finish off the right click, so now he's gonna get the kill on Deadman instead. Has a few lasts to heal himself up. It was almost very bad here. He somehow dies as well. To an Ether Shock, but it was not quite enough mana left, I believe. Either way.
Vanguard finished up on Night Stalker. I look at this Underlord and he has nothing. Going on the Sand King here. No signs to hit and perfectly blocked in. He can't even move. He's stuck.
I think he could have moved to the back if you
Oh,
wanted.
this reminds me. This reminds me of that one spot over here, in the mid lane, where you just can't move if you get blocked in, like from this direction. If you stand perfectly, you can block a hero in.
Oh yeah.
Like there's a couple of these spots actually on the map. They haven't fixed them yet, but it's like super frustrating. Oh, it's actually one of the best things in the world if you block somebody in.
There we go. Try to bring down Bloodseeker, but mass rotation's coming in. Everyone's linked up together. Another Rupture. Dragonite to try and walk away out of the Firestorm, but it's gonna be killed anyway, and he's also taking Sanking with him. Fatal
Stop
bombs.
hitting me,
Powerful.
DK,
Guess
please.
what? If I like you on your team, so you're also gonna take some towers on the back of that very easily.
Yeah, DK is one of the best heroes to ever put it on. Because he's so tanky, he doesn't care, like, team what is team? And,
Golem though.
that looked so exciting.
Yeah.
And it ended up being a tower push.
Oh, look at the Golem. Very sticky and troll. Actually not finishing it off, but now the Golem's going to get into hit a few people. Deadman is down, but still looking for the burst strike. Nicely done on 2. Can it come to the episode? They cannot. That's the damage you need. Chopper is down. Daki also not long for the wall. It's gonna get healed up, and Darkstone out of mana, out of health points. He's come on, there we go. Last little axe there from the Troll Warlord. Gets good though. Well, he very much likes everyone at low health. Able to finish up the Night Stalker before he can retreat fully. So, a bit of a back and forth here. Couple of ultimates used from either side.
Way more money though, for the Warlock and his gang. Just getting that Sodic and Lysanki really helped him out, and overall 800 more gold for him. Good for you, Warlock. Good for you. I think it really... Yeah, that's my kind of Warlock. Get out of here with your Glimmer Cape and your 4 staffs. Like, Brown Boots Irons.
Come on.
It's the AA build.
Oh man.
Brown... I mean, why would you need Arcane Boots? Your ult only costs 250 mana and has a cooldown. So?
Oh, but you also want to spam Shadow Word.
No. Stats and Chaotic Offering. Ignore everything else. Just level stats. Oh
God.
wait. Remember stats? I remember when stats were cool.
It's quite the thing.
The good at level 5 anti-mage with 1 point in blink and nothing else. I love it. It was so stupid.
Oh my god. That those times are over, but now Roshan. Who's bashing better? Spoiler alert, it's Troll Warlock. Like 3-2. And 4-2, 5-2.
Don't start
Roshan,
with this
keep
3-2-2
bashing.
here.
6-2, 7,
Fallen to the dire.
7 to 8 bashes.
Fun.
2 from the Roshan. So hey,
Dire's
that is that. At
bottom
the same
tower is
time,
under attack.
that Lycan push is still coming in. Also catapult. It's tier 1, not long for the world,
Dire's
but
bottom tower
at some
is
point you
fallen.
will have to fight him. Though.
Maybe.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yes,
Oh, surprise!
Rupture on the Dragon Knight. Walking it off down to half health already, so yeah, he realizes that there's no way out, so instead he tries to fight as much as he can. Space Grenade, oh look at the backlines. Don't find the Warlock.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, no golem anyways.
Of stagnation in the end.
Yeah, at least they forced the heroes back because this Lycanthrope push could have easily been a T2. But didn't lock down a T1 in the end. There's still 2 on the map, which they want to get rid of really fast as soon as possible. On the other hand, there's still a T1 top to claim. Sun King's in a position as well. Pretty far away from the blink, but Sun King can do miracles in the fight. Deadman.
Indeed, if you let him see Assassin though, interesting position here. Troll finds him though, looking to bash him down. Meanwhile, the Shackles immediately cancelled. Deadman, they just kind of spreading their focus here quite a bit. And Nike, oh my god, he gets a TP out. Not gonna be not enough bashes. Like they lost one. They almost lost Sand They will if Chopper gets a right click off, but Vanquish for another right click or another stun himself. Will still fall to Get Good, who's super fast. He of course sees the Sand King. No stick charges, no nothing. That silence will be dodged. Well, still an Angry Troll trying to get some sort of kill in this particular team fight. We will find Chopper in the end. Get Good with TP out
Yeah.
so that can reach him. This is a very interesting fight.
Was I missing anything why he did not just run at the Sun King?
I don't know. I don't know.
He
what
had-
happened there, to be quite honest.
He had 0 magic one charges and no mana for Burrow Strike, and he just keep dodging him like, oh please stun in my direction. But jokes on you, he didn't even have the mana, and he survives in the end. That was a kill they pretty much gave away. That could have been way better for them.
Locking him down if he built the tower.
No, they were like completely alone. There was nobody there for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Anyways, doesn't really matter. It's 1 kill on all. On the Sand King, who's second place in net worth.
Radiant's
But yeah.
top tower is under attack.
Didn't get the tower in the end, so Tower survived with the Shadow Shaman buyback. It is not in deny range, that's a little bit of a downside. The Lycanthrope will more than happy to take that. It's designed to go for the treads and then into the AC. I think he can build AC before the treads. That's reasonable.
Third item treads, yeah, that's way too early. Am I right? Necro
Yeah.
book level 3, Helmut Dominator, like... That's a little
Maybe
damage.
after refresher orb. Oh, they might find a courier here. They see it, or they don't see it. Or do they? Oh,
Great
Vanquish.
damage now. Don't have the damage now. The fight breaks out. Vanquish with the stun, dodging the silence. Charm doesn't actually do it. And Epicenter being channeled up. The Golem though, Echo Slam! They're all bonded together! That's what disaster. Vanquish, yeah, of course, no way to run away from it. I believe he was ruptured, and that's an absolute disaster. Troll Warlord slowed down, and the community comes to TP though. They do not have anything left as Earthshaker. Well, I think there were some creeps on him, else he could have soldering the Fisher perhaps.
It does not look good at all for them. Like, fatal bonds. Literally fatal. For the Earthshaker.
Like he fed away not a Necro Creep though to stop it once. Shadow got more money than he gave over there, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that was
800 gold
fight
for
that we
quite the made of
identified, right?
ultimates. They have some cooldowns they have to work around. Mainly the Warlock Golem. Still 2 minutes on cooldown. Lycanthrope up and running in 50 seconds, that is. And I believe he did finally pick up its strats. No, just the gloves face. God damn it.
so. If you're looking at wasted potential now, if you're looking at the Stroll Warlord, like he's sitting on top of the net worth chart. He's been able to maintain his farm level. But
Look at that assassin now.
You can get counter trade here, nothing roots. Find Sanking in return. Dark Soul, he's still hanging around. They're gonna get themselves out, though. At the same time, up top. Whoa.
Excuse
Yeah, I
me?
was just about to talk
Blade
about
mail.
the troll warlord, but yeah, okay. Perhaps not what he
Seems
expected.
like the
so
troll
good,
has
but,
become the trolled.
Alright, I'll give you that one.
Blade mail's a great item against troll because on troll you don't care. Like, yeah, go hit me. I don't mind. Blade mail's the only item that makes you care about what you're hitting at.
So, the question that I want to lead into was, is he the hero that they need, even with the farm that he has? And these kind of situations make me think that the answer might be no.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Setting up for bottom. There's 2 heroes in mid. Especially Shadow Shaman, they want his Earthshaker, and he will be greedy because he wants his Blink Dagger here. But, oh no, he's dodging. That was a... Okay. That was a stun.
That one is still there.
Blood though.
And they fight elsewhere. Get good with the BKB, patched up. But he does have some help. Blade mail, and oh god! He just evaporates all of a sudden. Shadow Word is trying to run on Dark Soul, but he's pretty damn fast himself. Almost as fast as the freaking Lycan. Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, they should make a race. There's so many fast heroes in this game. And Shadow Shaman. But yeah, tier 2 push, you just lost a hero. It's a troll. Say goodbye to your tier 2, at least. They have an episode they can work with, but I don't think they're gonna stop here. I think they just sacrifice everything on the tower if they can. Yeah, defensive wall's already dropped.
2 units. It takes them a little while to get through them, especially with the Hex, follow Burrow Strike. Trying everything they can. Lycan proven to be quite tanky. Even the Sony Stick Chargers to work with him. Well, there's plenty of zoning potential on the other side too. Meanwhile, Night Stalker poking, prodding in the sides. So we'll not lose the tower just yet, but damn if they didn't get close there. Have to be careful here. There's a Blink Echo Slam available now. Dark Soul, he notices it too, so he gets that. They focus on him first, trying to get rid of the Earthshaker. Silence up the Golem. Not even necessary here because you can't burst anybody down like that. You don't have the power for it. And Sanking, well, good. He's a DD run, doesn't he? Yes, he does. Kind of hard to see. Gets a long range kill. As Dark Soul forced to fly back into his base, and just like that, they chased too deep. They lost 2 more heroes, and that's an invitation for them to lose the high ground too.
Yeah, 2 heroes down. Up against the Lycanthrope. Say goodbye to your racks. This hero is just the epitome of just punishing people for team fights.
Dark Soul can't really do anything against 5-man lineup. They can control, like, they're not ready. Way too single target focused to be able to do anything about this.
Yeah, they might even get another range actually if they.
Yeah.
They should be.
Not quite. And they're not even done yet. Like, they have no reason to back off. They still have all the ultimates, for crying out loud. Like, you just use this, the Rupture and Vanquish. Forced to fight, but he can't. He has no damage. Not enough tankiness. The long-range fissure. Oh, dead man. So fast. The Golem. he's just messing with them at this point. And that is Fatal Bonds. Ah, yeah, he's actually being stunned up. That's pretty good. If they can keep the lockdown going, but he can't. The Golem. The Bonds. They're all gonna die here. Not even getting a single kill in return. And this must be it, surely.
One last ride by the troll. He wants that rampage. Doesn't have any speed now, but yeah, I have the slight feeling this might be going the way of the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, just a little bit. They can't get the Mega Creeps, but they're working away. They want to force it now. They realize that they can not lose here. Or can they?
I love it when they're perfectly split.
Yeah, but GG is called.
DC too early. Yeah, GG is called.
Oh man, what a weird game to end it on, especially after the first 2 Slugfests. But Dagger Nation, just like in the game against Underdogs, dropped game number 2. With, even though they shouldn't really have. In the semifinals it was because of the draft, and last game was because they stopped playing more or less.
Maybe that's kind of the thing, you know? Like, they always drop one of the games completely unnecessary. Like, we won our first game. Now God damn it. we won our first game. Now let's try something fancy. All right, it didn't work. It didn't work for shit. Let's go for the next run. Like, all right.
No matter what, it ended up working out for them. Dagger Nation with a victory here. Take away the first place in Chennai. Oh man, and that concludes the Dota portion of this particular stop, and that also means that we're getting closer to the end for the Cobx Masters series than we did to the beginning. There's only 4 more cities left. Kolkata is the next stop, 27th of June, so we have 2 days off. Then we'll be back 27th and 28th in Kohima, Jaipur, and Delhi. As the crowning moment here at 7th and 8th of July. So still plenty of Dota left to be played, but not for a little while. There's still going to be the CSGO finals coming up next though, so stay tuned for that. But for us, thank you once again for watching, and see you soon.